Like I said, Connor, tell us what happened last time, judging by the image that you're looking at.
No, we went to
You do see, you can see the name of the town, the city.
We went to Nola, also known as Yurt Kailesh.
Yurt Kailesh. That is indeed what it is, and there's an important word in there, one that gives it away, the word yurt.
Is it a big house?
No, it is a tent city. It's a city that's made up largely of yurts. You know what happens whenever you eat bad food in a tent, Connor? You get the squirts. See what I did there?
Unfortunately.
Alright. Tommy, what do you think happened from...
What happened last week?
Yeah, what do you think happened last week, judging by the,
Well, I sort of know what happened last week, because you told me all about it.
I don't remember if I did or not. But look, I can make 2 Connors.
There were some people, blah blah blah, they've captured our friends, blah blah blah. Lots of scrying was done by Karakwa, oh my god. To get in, I know everybody, they think Henley's cool because he has bone weapons. And people mass polymorphed into a bunch of horses or some shit. And they're like, oh my god, that guy's so fucking cool with all his horses, oh my god. Yep, that's it. That sound right, guys?
I mean, that's pretty fair.
Okay.
Alright.
He kept his mouth shut to prevent him from putting his foot in it.
That's never like a bad idea. You don't wanna piss off the locals. They'll swarm at you like fucking buzzflies or something.
Spider monkeys.
Spider monkeys, they'll come at you like a spider monkey.
Just imagine.
By the way, there is a question I do have. That soul lantern or whatever that I was supposed to have from Vestia, is that back on the ship?
Probably.
I should go get that.
We're a little busy right now.
Eh.
Yeah,
I have a
think
man's
kinda
soul in a lantern.
Yeah, well, you know,
Shit happens.
he'll be fine.
I mean, what else is he doing?
It's true, he's literally not going anywhere.
Kick W.
It's gonna really suck when it turns out that it's like torture. I need to.
We
I'm
fucking
trying
released
to,
released the Adolf Hitler of this land.
always for everyone. Update token. Jesus Christ. Update token.
What makes you think we aren't the Adolf Hitler of this land?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You know, this city could use some condominiums.
I think he could use a car wash.
Hey,
Ooh,
I got a
that's
great
good.
idea for a combination dollar store and storage area.
I
I'm
like
thinking,
it.
What
I'm
about a
thinking
dollar store, a storage area, and a car wash?
And a
How-
mattress
And a
strap.
dollar store.
How about
Inside
a combination KFC Taco Bell?
Where's the
I'm
laundromat?
at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco
More.
Bell.
The
At
thing
the
is,
pizza-
we got probably the most realistically important thing to happen. That is the reappearance of what, Tolan Yag?
Yep.
Yeah, he's back, baby.
Oh
I
my
think of
God.
I can think of a better name for him, but it's offensive, so I'm not going to say it.
Well,
do
Is it Yolan Tag?
does it have to do with
No.
a fucking mirror, Tommy?
I see what you did there. I'm just not as impressed by that comeback.
You little bitch.
He's getting desperate.
Turn on your camera, you coward.
You know, it's funny. My camera's fallen down in the mess of cords behind my desk for months, and I have not gotten it back because I'm too lazy.
That's an incredibly believable statement.
Alright, so now, seriously, enough jerking each other off to pictures of Jennifer Lawrence's feet. What
Ooh.
really happened last week was, you had arrived back at the Skyweaver, finding it set down, docked in the mountains on the outskirts of the Jinma dynasty, you found that it was you basically immediately came across like fighting, as you saw some horsemen of the Jinma dynasty had actually captured several druids, and those druids were being defended by the Avalanche Kurgan. You aided him, helping him fight off the Jinma warriors, saved his druids. Learned a little bit about the Jinma dynasty, and sort of were able to inspect the ship. You found out that the ship had set down to refill on water because they were near a mountain spring, and during that time they had been raided, attacked by the Jinlong dynasty. The crew captured, save for 2 that did manage to escape. I forget which ones managed to escape. It was Basilicus and someone else. Doesn't really matter. Nipsey and Basilicus, yep. And there was a real sad moment where you had to... you came across Carrington. Carrington had been, like, ripped apart and dismantled. So having to give, like, his head back to Nipsey. Pretty fucking sad. She can rebuild him, but...
She said she'd make him better.
She's gonna make him fully functional. She's gonna download some sex moves into him.
I'm on my way to my computer, so I'll be there in 5 minutes, okay?
You're just mad because Data fucked Tasha Yar.
What?
What?
You got him.
Got his ass. You went back, found out, you know, that had happened, learned that they had been taken, or were able to track them to the tent-ish city of Yurt Kalesh. It is a city of about 30,000 total. However, a large, probably the majority of that population is nomadic. They come and they go as they travel the grasslands of the Jinma dynasty with their horses and their herds and their families. So it's largely tents, like these yurts on the outskirts, with more permanent structures in the center. You kind of like infiltrated, went in, looking around for like, oh shit, what happened to the crew? Where the fuck is Adelaide? You know, where is everybody? They also took all the animals too, which is, you know, terrible. You don't know what happened to Bitch Tits or Cock Tease. You don't know what happened to Grop. They could be anywhere.
I'm just glad that Grop was lower on the animal list. So.
Yeah, then Bitch Tits or Cock Tease. Higher it goes Bitch Tits, Cock Tease, Grop, then Hung and Low, because they have to go together. Then Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth McGovern. Those are the animal orders.
Sometimes I forget that we did that.
And then Bella all the way at the bottom.
Well, we didn't really do it. Colin did it.
I mean, some of the names were chosen. Some of the names were chosen.
No, almost all of those were Beaver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Someone chose Kevin Bacon. I chose Elizabeth McGovern because she starred alongside Kevin Bacon in the 1989 John Hughes classic, She's Having a Baby.
Yep.
Yep, that's a movie.
That is in fact a film.
That's a
that
film
exists.
that was created and
One of
was
my favorite things is
in
when Colin
theater.
shows his age.
It's true.
It's all the time.
Interestingly enough,
Who else loves practical magic?
so she's having a baby had, I think, a much better Kate Bush song in it, focused around Kevin Bacon crying in the waiting room as Elizabeth McGovern had to undergo a C-section, and he was worried about him and her and the baby getting back. And the Kate Bush, This Woman's Worth came on, and it's like, all the things you should have done, but you never said. All the things you should have done, but we didn't do.
I'll be honest, I thought you said Kevin Bacon was having the C-section for a second.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He pushed out a butt baby.
Oh, yeah. As you do.
Yep. But even so, those are still the only 2 Kate Bush songs I know, so.
Colin's not a real fan.
I'm not a real fan of Kate Bush, sorry.
We call them Bush Lights.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
Wow.
Oh my
Well,
god.
we don't have to
Hate
play
that.
now.
You did eventually find that Adelaide had, basically...
Betrayed me.
Yeah, betrayed him. Adelaide's getting married!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Again.
In order
I love a
to
good
make
wedding.
sure that the crew is safe, because currently the crew is held in basically captivity. She talked to the leader of Yurt Kalesh, a man named Gan Batar, and said, "Look, I'm the Holy Emperor of Stalreich. If you keep my crew alive, I'll marry you." And he's
What?
like,
Wink,
Did
wink.
she,
yeah, wink,
did
wink.
she literally do that and raise her
Yes.
fucking eyebrows?
Basically, yeah.
Huh?
And he's like, "All right, sure." And so currently, and that's luckily she is currently being attended by Tolan Yag and Batu, who traveled to the Jinma dynasty so that Tolan Yag could show Batu his roots, where his father came from. So they are her personal attendants and personal guard. And that's kind of where it ended, was... Oh, and also, the, minor addition that Jin Long is coming to talk to Adelaide, and potentially she has to approve this marriage, essentially. So Jin Long, the advisor, the emperor of the Jinma dynasty, the ancient green dragon, is coming to meet Adelaide. And that's kind of where it left off. And so you were left wondering, what do we do next? Adelaide's deception, her promise, buys you entrance into Yurt Kalesh. However, it does not buy you, any kind of kinship with the people, who are all naturally distrusting of outsiders. They hate the way you smell because you don't smell like horse sweat. So,
Ew.
I mean, they love horses here. They love horses. So while you do have entrance to Yurt Kalesh, you don't necessarily have a friendly populace.
How do they feel about the stallion that will mount the world?
I mean, the stallion that would mount the world is not a thing. There is the Great Stallion, though. He's a constellation in the sky. The big thing, and the big thing that got them entrance was Henley being the old kind of being the bluff boy in a way. One thing is the only holy men can carry implements of bone, like weapons and staffs of bone, and since Henley has 2 swords that are made of basically bone, they're made of boar's tusks, so they're made of like ivory. He was viewed as something like a holy man, was allowed entrance. He's able to go talk to, go talk to Adelaide, and she's like, I swear, I'm not doing it because I don't want to be married to you. I'm just trying to save lives. And they had a nice moment where they were able to talk, and like, alright, I get it. So, Ito, working in an advisory role to Adelaide, what would you have to say about this situation?
I mean, actually, I I would default to her and Henley.
Wait till you find out Henley actually is worshipped in here in Yurt Kalesh, because she's like, you love horses, well Henley's hung like a horse, and they all go, ooh.
Oh Jesus!
That track.
Yikes.
Wow.
That
They
track.
go, ooh. Now, you're left kind of wondering what to do in a sense. The crew itself is still imprisoned, although they're being well tended and taken care of. There is now the potential promise of a marriage in the air between Gan Batar and Adelaide. Obviously a false one that she doesn't seem actually interested in, but the promise hangs in the air to ensure the safety of the people around her. You know the dragon Jinlong is coming, you know the... and so it's a question of, do you try to bust out before she gets here, or do you meet her? And do you try to kill her, or do you talk to her? There's a world of possibilities that realistically you could go down. A lot of variables, etc., etc.
We asked the holy man Henley to do all the work.
I mean, I'm not the brains of this shit. You guys are the brains of this shit. Do you think we meet her? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know anything about these dragons, really.
It's a real, like,
Which
it's a
which dragon is this? This is the green
Jinlong,
dragon.
the
ancient
green
green
one, yeah.
dragon. Probably, like I said, it's realistically an ancient green worm. Really, you've been kind of presented like a situational puzzle or problem-solving element with tools at hand.
I hate
Information received that you need to
In,
figure out what to do.
consult the
I mean, Connor,
Encyclopedia
you're fucking fucked.
Draconica.
Yeah, no, I know. And it's paid off every time. I love it.
You can consult the Encyclopedia Draconica. There is indeed brief things about Jinlong, but not really all that much. Jinlong, there's not a lot of history on it, because Jinlong was driven out of the lands that became Stalreich by Vonrich, Adelaide's, or well, technically Adelaide's ancient ancestors, because that line is descendant from silver dragons.
Was that actually part of the original war? The dragon what was the dragon a participant in that original war?
No, this would have happened even before the original war.
Oh wow, okay.
Because it actually happened before the founding of the Jinma dynasty even. And the Jinma dynasty is the oldest kingdom.
I mean, Rune, do you want to deal with another dragon? Or should we just kill this one?
Oh, God.
This one is notoriously not friendly.
The
I'd
only
like to
issue with-
remind you.
Have we encountered many notoriously friendly dragons?
No, this one is like definitely enemy, not friend.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this
But,
one
like-
a little different though? Because like they really like. It's similar to Ursula because they really like
They
her.
really like this person, but they were. That doesn't mean diddly shit. Like he was reasonable. She is not known to be.
No, I mean for us. If we fight her, it'll be bad for us.
I mean, yes, because it would start a war with another country.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, is that
So,
wise?
that is also something you learned last time. Because like I said, there was quite a bit of exposition, and talking about that piqued my memory. You did learn that the reason the Jinlong Dynasty is now butting up against like the druids that live in the mountains. They're now going into the mountains to get metal to build more weapons, because they also want to carve out a piece of Stahlreich now that it is under duress.
Are they? Do we know what they're actually doing to and with the druids? Or are they just?
The druids live in the
Forcing them
mountains.
out?
So the
No,
druids
are
live.
they forcing
So
them out?
basically, they were just—it's like two populations butting up against each other. The mountains are the druids' home, and the Jinlong Dynasty is going in and saying, "Get the fuck out our way. We're mining here." And Kurgan doesn't like that. The druids don't like that. You do have the aid of Kurgan. Kurgan is a powerful druid. He's of all of the like totem druids, the leaders of the druid clans, he's the one that has now been serving the longest in his role, and he's had time to develop a lot of powers as a druid.
I mean, based off of notoriously unfriendly and, you know, prophecy, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to take them off the board, but also the war aspect would be bad.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we can risk it.
I mean, we can risk it. It's just probably not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Well, I know we can risk it. I'm aware that's an option. That's not what I'm saying.
But I am of the opinion that we get out of here like as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
That is my 2 cents.
Agreed. Agreed.
There's Jinlong is going to come here and expect to interview Adelaide to approve the wedding or not. I don't know how we get out of here quickly without some wrath being incurred upon us, or abandoning them. Those are the options, though.
She offered herself in marriage as Emperor.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so they already know. Got it.
Yes.
So, I apologize if I didn't hear this during the review. Where are our friends exactly?
They
them.
they are currently held. You don't know exactly where they are held, but they are in Yurt Kalesh, being held essentially.
I mean, well, shit. They already know we're associated with Adelaide. I was gonna say we could get captured, quote unquote, and taken to where they are, and then bust out. But
No, we're diplomatically immune for the moment.
do you think that they would be receptive to bribery?
Do you think they'd be receptive to bribery to let the Emperor of Stahlreich go to avoid, instead of having a political marriage that would benefit them?
No. I'm talking about getting the friends back, because the friends
No.
back are the important part.
No,
No.
I do not. Also,
Okay.
I think that makes it look worse because, like I said, we're already connected to her and them, and we're on diplomatic terms with them. So at that
I
point,
wish we weren't associated with that.
well, you know, Tommy, when
You know, Tommy, you weren't fucking here to have input. So what have we fucking learned?
Saying I'm gonna use the 9th level spell. I'm kidding. I don't fucking know.
You're gonna learn
Thomas, I got
you're gonna
wishes
learn
were
modify memory now and modify everyone's memory here.
Yes, one by one.
look,
Uh,
when I'm the
I
one
did
having
consider
to
that.
talking, it really doesn't work out.
It's okay.
It's like
I got-
Adelaide's highest stat is charisma, not wisdom.
I got us in, and they like us. Now we need to figure out how to fix the situation.
Like us is a strong way of putting it. They
He
are
li-
tolerant of us.
The leader likes me.
Yeah, that the leader does like you. You specifically.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else really matters here? Exactly.
You know what? Nothing. You can do it by yourself. I go back to the ship.
All my stuff is on the ship. Fuck it. I'm going
The
there.
King of Stahlreich really coming in handy, guys.
I did! I got us in!
I know. Now I'm saying, now get us out, Henley, please. Fuck if I know.
Fat chance of that.
I mean, we're probably just gonna have to risk it. Risk the meeting. There's not much else.
No, because do we have any idea that she knows who we even fucking are?
Not really.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, do we know that one of the other dragons that we have been in contact with hasn't just told her though?
Well, I think Ursula said Ursula
didn't
doesn't
really
like
get
her.
on with any of them. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ursula doesn't like her. I'm gonna
We
assume.
don't know where Sol Sanctus went at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
what's-
Soul Sanctus like habitually avoided all the others. Like he was in hiding when we found him.
Yeah, Gen's not going to. Fuck the bronze one. I can't remember his name. Probably wouldn't do it. And we killed the obsidian one.
Bernesh.
What about the red one?
So yeah, that only leads him. But like,
You
And he
you
is
have
an
from what
asshole.
you've seen, the dragons are not really allies with each other.
Oh yeah, I know, but if
They
there was any contact at all, they might have known of
Well,
her.
this is
but then she would know about Adelaide already, and she would. I don't know if
Yeah.
this would go in this way.
this would be putting it off like we've already done with one marriage proposal. Maybe the child could be married in, like that you two have. Maybe if you're gonna have kids or something, and
It's-
that'd delay the issue.
I think the child's already promised to Ursula.
Oh shit, you're right.
Also, this is this man. I don't think this guy wants to marry a child.
I don't know.
We don't know about this culture.
Look, Colin will put some fucked up things. This guy, I don't think he's gonna make us fight a pedophile prince or something like that.
I
I'll
don't
go.
know.
Reaches over
Dep-
to Notebook and scratches out a line.
Pedophile
sure
Prince is
about
a
that?
pretty fucking sweet name.
You sure about that?
All right, I'm back.
Look,
You know?
Lou, you missed the pedophile prince talk.
Yeah. It's what we needed.
Anyway,
Ah.
so also, if once Jinlong is here, because they know she's a dragon, us escaping goes down.
Yeah. Us just being able to leave as we wish with our boat and our friends, it indeed becomes lower and lower the closer she gets. At least doing so in a peaceful manner.
Yeah.
However, I do believe that they said that if it works out, they will take us to the capital.
Yeah, but we had originally there were other plans to not go there immediately.
Yeah, well, it seems like plans are changing.
Yeah.
I mean, the airship isn't going to just poof over there, so it can fly and we can still do whatever the fuck else. I still think our best bet is to fuck off.
Fuck off and go do a rescue mission somehow? Or what?
No, I
No.
mean, like, do a rescue mission and then fuck off.
Reed's
Like,
only
get out
just
of-
learned about his sister.
And now she's gonna die or become a definitely not Mongolian man's wife.
Well, wife is a strong word.
I'ma ride you like I ride my horse, girl.
Yeah, Khal Drogo and all that.
So then, have we determined where the prisoners are right now? Like, are they
No,
actually
no.
here in this city?
we-
They're
Wait.
definitely in the city, but you don't know
Did
where
we
they are.
scry? Did we scry for them yet? Have we
Yes.
tried that? So was it blocked, or did we gain no context clues?
They
from
can't.
scrying?
They couldn't give us his location.
Yeah, they did not know. The only person that we really got much information from was doing it to Adelaide.
It would be like if you scry on someone, and you're like, "Well, they're in a dungeon." Cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let me check the old repository of spell work here, everybody.
It's like we're in a tent. It's somewhere.
That's true. So have any other divination type abilities to help?
I'll be right back.
Nice.
He's not coming back.
I'm back.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I'm back. What's up?
Yeah, we're in a slightly shitty spot.
What happened?
Cody,
Mm-hmm.
help us with thinking instead of shoving food in your mouth.
I can't help it. The food's good.
Use the mental potato soup that God gave you.
Yes.
Oh,
Help, Cody. What do we do?
what's the issue?
Have you not been listening at all?
I had to get up. Like, what did I miss? Like, from when I got
We
up?
are trying to find where the people are so we can break them out and then get the fuck out of Dodge before the dragon gets here.
That seems
Yeah.
okay. That seems to be the general consensus. If there is anyone else that has any other input on it, now's
Because
the
by the time the dragon gets here, our chances of getting out.
I did want to confirm, are we trying to save the prisoners? Are we trying to save our skins?
Our skins were already fine. We intentionally came here to save everyone else because the prisoners are
Yeah.
our ship crew and not the people, and notably the Emperor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we literally need them. Yeah, I mean it's the unfortunately the least risky option because starting war and fighting the dragon probably not a good idea.
What's the best way
I mean,
to...
you might start a war by running away too. That's the
I mean,
beauty
well,
of it.
okay.
You never know.
We are allied with the other kingdom too. 2 against 1.
Yeah, but trying to avoid
Oh, I know.
the extra conflict
Look,
is kind of going to be the better option.
can't we just pawn off a marriage to Venta True Cloud to this guy?
Like, how
Yeah,
about
yeah,
you
yeah.
marry him?
Yeah,
What
we need to get that Ventusi bread.
what do we need to even do here? Like, what are we here for?
Getting the crew
Adelaide.
and Adelaide out of
No,
here.
not that. Other than that, why do we need to
One
be
of the
in here?
weapons is
Reed promised
in-
to bury a guy here.
Okay.
No,
Well,
that
no,
guy
it's
is
just-
literally a side quest and irrelevant. There is one of the weapons here.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
if
need
we
to-
need to go get the weapon,
No.
don't you think we should go to the capital then? And wouldn't it be better to easier to get in there with allowance than without?
Allowance in the sense of...
He makes a good point.
That
Debatable.
Jinlong will bring us there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, there's the 1, can we trust them? And then 2, like you said, it's gonna be real hard to get the fuck out once we're in.
Well,
We've gotten the fuck out before.
we've got...
I mean, yes.
I mean, can't we
Yeah.
always technically teleport to the ship?
Well,
Yeah,
All we need is a tree.
the consequences of piecing out when all is said and done are also going to lead to more problems later.
Yeah,
but
like that doesn't change anything really. If we get the airship and get out of here before Jinlong sees us,
Mm.
then we have more of an option of still progressing to the capital without shit being terrible. Also, now that we know, we can figure out how far away the ship is from their capital, so we can potentially get resources for the ship without the ship landing, since we can use Tree Stride or something. That way we don't have to fucking drop ship anywhere.
I mean,
Yeah, but that all-
I can show you where you are on the map and where the capital is.
I mean, yeah, I currently...
It's like currently you're like here. The capital is there.
Well, the thing is,
And that's
if we
a
wait for
long
Jinlong to
time.
get here, I mean, have they guaranteed the prisoner's safety?
I do want to clarify. You guys keep saying wait for Jinlong to get here. This is like a known ancient dragon, right? Like we know this is a big deal dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could get here in a
No.
matter of seconds.
They
Yes.
have about. I think that's about a day.
No, I know, but like we have experienced enough encounters with dragons. Like we know they could just
I know.
appear here.
Well, from what we've been told, it's about a day out. No, she's here.
So their arrival is like a preordained event. They're not coming. It's not triggered by something we're going to do. They're already en route.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
imminent.
okay,
She's
okay.
coming.
They
To,
have
she's
to
coming to
approve-
approve
yeah.
the marriage,
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were still like holding off on that. I
which
understand.
creates the other issues if we piece out and then Jinlong shows up and then they're like, yeah, the dude with the bone swords and his friends, the Empress, are escaped. I mean, and then we can't go to the capital then because then she's gonna
Also-
go back to the capital and be like, yeah, these people are bad.
Okay, I'm with the wait until she gets here and get permission, because one, if they know we're on an airship and we peace out, that dragon is just going to literally blow
They
the
don't
airship
know.
to fucking
Yeah,
smithereens.
they do already know.
They know.
I will say,
They literally.
Yeah, they know.
of all the dragons, Jinlong is the one you know the least about.
Yeah, I think the unpredictable variables. I think unfortunately we're gonna have to just talk it out and negotiate.
I mean,
See, Henley's not the brains of the operation, but
Who
he
is?
is. That's
oh
the-
my god.
Also, we've killed dragons before, so if we really have to, we can fight her.
Oh yeah.
Not
I
probably
guess
not in
the
the
one at
city
this-
though, because that's a dragon plus 35,000 people, and I'm
I
not
think
good
that
at math.
Green
but
Dragon
that's
is
more
going to
than we
be a
have.
lot
We could
worse
be like,
than the three
I'm not good at math, but that's
Hey,
more.
adolescent white
Oh,
dragons.
come meet us in this empty field 10 miles away.
That's
It'd be
what- that's
really
when they
cool. We wanna
say,
show you something.
I didn't wake up today and choose genocide. You did.
Yeah, we're gonna sell games there.
Yeah, we got it.
What
Alright,
you
who
don't know
wants...
is that the entirety of the Jinma dynasty is Jinlong's lair.
I mean,
That's how national borders work.
Alright, so we're once again risking it all on Ito's negotiation skills with the Emperor, right?
I'm still like in the dark on what I'm negotiating.
You're not negotiating anything. The negotiation has been
This
done
is-
because you weren't there
Yeah,
to
this,
help her.
this is already done.
Well, I'm saying making sure nothing is said that is going to
Our-
piss
our
off the
choices
dragon and make
seem
it go south.
Wait
That's what
for
I'm
a dragon to show up and do another marriage
Yes.
or genocide
I
of one kind or another.
We can't really commit genocide. There's no way we could take 35,000 people.
Well, yeah, but
I
like
really
it's a.
just wish those people away.
That's
There's
true.
like, there's
Oh,
like,
shit. Wait, that's strong.
there's 35,000 people. The only problem is you wish the people away. There's the 60,000 horses you have to deal with.
What if we just
All
take
right.
all those people and push them somewhere else?
There you
Okay,
go.
look, I'm gonna say this now. Genocide through wish spells. I'm not a fan of that.
No, we're not talking
That's-
about. We're not
I'm
talking about
saying
genocide. We're
now-
talking about aggressive relocation.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we're
We
creating
don't want to genocide them. We want to
All right.
trail and tears them.
All right,
Those are
we're-
fundamentally
we're
different things.
creating an apartheid state. Then no, I'm still against that one too.
if they never existed, is it genocide?
I know they existed. I'm putting my
You know,
foot
I
down saying
played
that's
Final
banned.
Fantasy Tactics Advance, and the question is,
Look, Aruna's just gonna wish them to have a nice little swim in the ocean, and if they don't happen to get back,
Yeah, there you go.
No, ban.
Okay. Okay, so
That you know what? If you wish that it never happens, the monkey paw is gonna curl, and the Jinma dynasty will never exist, and the entirety of these three kingdoms will transform into a united kingdom, not called the Stahlreich. It's gonna be called the Third Reich. So deal with that.
okay, okay.
Wah,
So I
Out of the
think
frying pan into the fire.
Man, it's a
Here,
real
do
Final
it.
Fantasy
Out of the
13
frying
three.
pan into the fucking showers.
Oh no.
do it.
I think
Do it. Fuck
I
it.
th-
Let's go.
I think though, legitimately the plan is Dragon gets here, Adelaide, Henley, Ito. You guys just make sure nothing gets worse.
That's going to happen though.
By the way, they
Well, I-
they for what they know we are her. They know that we are her people. They do not know we are her subordinates.
Or husband.
are we her
Yeah.
subordinates?
Yes, Colin, we're basically her subordinates or her vassals. They do not know that. They just know that we are Stahlreichians.
Yes,
Stahlreichianites.
Stahlreich.
Stallricks.
I'm more of a
Stalwarts.
fan of Star Wars Episode 5.
I hate you. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's just get it over with.
So,
I
like-
think.
I think this is a terrible idea.
I think.
Oh, I think no matter what we do, it's gonna be.
I mean, it's a terrible idea. Then what else do we do? Like we're sitting here debating of like what are we gonna do and what are the
I think
ramifications
there's
of
a
everything
proposal.
that we
I say
do.
we get our people and fucking leave.
But then how do we do the rest of the quest?
What
With
what is
great-
the item that we know of that's here? Because I don't even remember which one it's supposed to be.
It's it's the giant horse line, right? It's on the prophecy.
Oh, we're talking about the weapons specifically.
Yeah, what is
a green
who is
server
it?
wrapped tightly around a
Oh, I'm
horse.
meaning to ask this. Do we know, like in character, do we know that we need all of the items?
Yes.
I mean, it's certainly useful to have them.
Hence
No,
the
no, I know that.
policy is of 7 weapons.
No, I know that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, do we know that, like, if we do not actually assemble all 7, we automatically fail? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna assume we need Voltron to fight the big monster.
Well, that's cool. I'm asking Colin. Thanks.
I mean, why? If your character doesn't know that, why would you fucking know it?
No, that's what I'm asking. Like, do we know that
You
it
don't-
is an
you don't
all or
know it.
nothing game? We don't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I understand the getting the fuck out part, but the avoiding a magical
Realistically, the
ancient dragon does not seem
by
like
process of
the good
elimination, you're
idea.
pretty sure that the weapon here is the blades that, or the blade that is constantly kind of transforming.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, do you have
'Cause
confidence?
Choosing between, having seen what, you know,
Mhm.
Aruna's is, which is the giant curved crescent mage blade, that leaves, you know, one of 2, which is the constantly transforming blades.
I mean, legitimately, an cool question. Do you have confidence we can escape with the dragon knowing we're on an airship?
Wait, here.
mean-
Wait. We're stupid. We get here. Nick just changes her fate, and she's good. There we go. We win.
That's not how that works.
That's what we do.
What do you mean that's not how that works?
Nick
That's
is
not
trans!
exactly how that
Oh,
works.
Aruna,
Why isn't
Yeah.
that how it works?
Aruna, cast
He's-
wish to
he's-
make it that's how
He's
it works.
transcended.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
trans. He's trans. Look, I look cool. She has transcended.
Yes,
She's a
yes.
god now. She can do it.
It's true.
I mean, all right. Well, I wish that this never happened.
All right, so we're starting. So the Pathfinder 2e games, so the whole, you wish the entire campaign never happened.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Sure.
Wait, is this one actually the last one we need to get?
No, we have to
Get the
Two.
mage blade.
Well, yeah. There's the one
This
we know
is
that.
the changing sword, and then we have the mage blade. So we have 2.
Well, yeah. The crescent. You're talking about the crescent moon scimitar. That.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to go to the Feywild after we do this leg.
Okay.
Lee, you
Oh
see
yeah. Sorry.
there are-
This was the last one that we are encountering because technically we already encountered the other one. It's just that we
Yes.
didn't get our hands on.
I get
Well,
what
but
you mean now.
There are 8 of us. I mean, there are 8 of us. Ventus doesn't count, so there's 7. We have 5 of them.
Yeah. So like, for real, Alakul, do you think we can escape the fucking dragon once it knows we're on the airship and we're heading towards the capital?
I don't know. I think so, but I don't know.
I
But the
mean,
only thing
just-
is, if we go
depends on
back
how
to the
much of a
capital, we're
threat.
going right back to the dragon.
It depends on how much of a threat the dragon thinks we are off the bat. Also, if she knows that we're headed towards the capital, she might just let us fly into the capital and get fucking shit on there.
I mean, that is true. But I mean, we're literally gonna become enemy number 1. I feel like
Again,
busting out our people and breaking off a marriage proposal to the highest power being in fucking Starreich.
There's also the chance that she shows up and goes, "No, you can't marry her."
That's true.
You
So,
know,
go ahead.
Oh my god, yes, we put Adelaide on her absolute worst behavior.
No, actually.
And
Okay.
then.
Let-
she-
No,
and
that's
then,
gonna
and then the
backfire
dragon's
hard.
like, fuck this, no.
I have to ask.
Like
I-
Cody,
Because
I-
Adelaide already knows how to be shitty.
like
Okay,
Cody talk, he was gonna say something first, and then he got
no,
talked
it's
over.
okay. It's okay. Because my
I'm
idea is not
minded.
my opinion is just not as I don't know how well diplomacy is legitimately going to work from here, and I understand the idea of that if we leave now, how are we expected to get back into the Jinma dynasty to do what it is that we need to do? But at the same time, how important is this dude that we are with right now?
he's. I think he's like a lord under the emperor.
Yeah, but he's like a random vassal.
So, like on a
Like-
scale of like Baron to Duke,
He's like Ito, so not very.
not very.
Ah.
He's just a lord.
reminder that the only reason Ito isn't higher up is because of the actual land that he's in charge of.
Sure.
That's what we're talking
And
about.
Ito
Yeah,
took that
and that's what I'm
first.
talking
Like
about.
it's not that Ito's rank is insubstantial.
This
It's
isn't
his
the
land.
Ito offended hour. Shut the fuck up, okay?
It's-
You get what we're
He
saying. all right?
literally is he controls a town and a piece of land in the boonies of the empire.
Ito,
we don't know
Ito's
the
like,
truth.
hey
I didn't
man,
know
hold
that.
on.
Ito, roll a charisma-based investigation check or a history check.
You're gonna
I
have
have
to
a-
remind me how to do that shit.
Roll a d20. Add your charisma. If you are proficient with history, add that. If not, it's just your charisma.
I have a question that no one really know answer. What is the current marital status of the emperor of the Jinwan dynasty?
He's got 8 billion kids.
That would be a history check.
I'm sorry, you said investigation or history?
It can be an investigate. I allow an investigation or a history,
Hey,
charisma
Colin,
based.
correct
Knowing
me if I am wrong though. Don't we already know that because of Tolanyag and Temujin? Because didn't we have an entire discussion about
Polonyag can
his huge
speculate.
lineage?
25.
Chances are this guy Gonbatar would be the equivalent of like a marquis.
That's what my check determined.
Yes. He'd be like he controls a region on the outskirts of the borders of the Jinma dynasty. That comes with a slight elevation of status, because you don't just put some scrub on the edge of your territory where it has to be defended. You put someone who's pretty competent.
But
So
you
that's
said this guy.
he's the equivalent of like a count.
But you
slightly
said this
above it.
guy is within the Stahlreich hierarchy or the Jinma
No,
hierarchy?
The Jinma,
Jinma.
he's
Okay.
within Jinma. He'd be like the equivalent of a marquis.
I apologize. This is like a border town, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly. That's what a marquis is. A march is a
Sure.
border county.
Okay. You're much more involved with the French aristocracy than I am.
So you don't put pieces of shit at the edge of your border because it needs to be defended. So you put pretty competent people. That's why he's basically a step above a count because he owns a county, but it's a county at the edge of the territory, which is a march. So he's a marquis.
So he's no slouch, but
He is not a slouch.
He's not a slouch, and he's still a noble, but he's not like a dude.
But are we just trying to get into Jinma?
No, Connor, they got kidnapped. We
No,
had
I know,
to go get them.
I know the reason why we're stopping to figure this out. I'm
Okay,
asking
so
the original
here's
reason.
the two
I know we're
options,
here
right?
for the weapon.
Yeah. So we would
I will
likely
say-
assume the weapon is in the capital, right?
Mhm.
So either A, we wait till the dragon gets here, hope the wedding proposal, marriage idea works, we get escorted right to the capital, our people are safe. B, we risk it all, we rescue our people, we get the fuck out of here, hope we don't incur enough wrath so that when we go to the capital, they're not going to be shooting the fucking AA guns and a dragon's gonna be on our ass. Well, anyway, we need to get to the capital. One is maybe a free ride with risks. The other one is a risk and not a free ride.
As for inquiring about the marital status of the emperor of the Jinmai dynasty, they have a main concubine and then a lot of concubines. So
What I was
Yeah.
gonna say is it possible Jinlong will come here, tell him he can't fucking marry her, and then take Adelaide to get married to the emperor.
Yes.
So there's
Yeah.
also that.
You
Yeah,
mentioned
that's what I
the
mean.
weapons at the capital. We know that for certain.
We
Or
don't.
is
We're
that
just
a
We
suspicion?
don't.
Okay.
If
It's
you're,
just a safe assumption.
we have a dragon that is situated in the capital, and we know dragons love hordes, and we also have, an emperor that probably has a shit ton of magic bullshit.
All right,
And
hear me out. We go contact the Bishop Osul and have him take Adelaide's place,
And annoyingly, that did actually occur to me.
and then that gets him into some
Be-
place in the court of Jinma.
Any
I
refugees here?
didn't want that.
I got one problem with that. You're dealing with another dragon, and they can see through that shit. So while
I have two
Wally,
questions.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work.
dragons can see
I-
the true.
I have two questions. if I remember correctly, Usul was on the younger side of dragons, right? Is that this?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
In comparison to the other ones we've met.
Yes.
what
Technically,
about-
not the youngest. Technically, Gen is the youngest, but
What about the green?
oldest
This is the green.
by a
Oldest.
lot.
Good to know. Okay. Are there any refugees here in this border town?
Not that you've seen. They're not
They
very.
don't
They're
listen
not.
kind
They
of
don't like outsiders. It seems. Like I said, even getting entrance required Henley presenting himself as a holy man, because he has bone blades.
Yeah, and then I had to talk, and then I had to basically tell him that we worship the same god, kinda.
If this place is as isolationist as it appears to be, I would assume that if they're not actively engaging in conflicts with Stallreich, they're ramping up to do so later.
Yeah.
So-
That does seem to be the case.
Well, my reason for that is Tommy's mentioning of us showing up to the Imperial City or whatever the hell it is with, AA guns trained and looking for us feels pretty likely.
I mean,
Well,
I-
only if we try to escape, we think, because we don't
I
know. we
also-
don't know who we
well,
are.
regardless of what we're doing, I'm pretty sure flying the ship directly into their main city is never going.
No,
Yeah.
probably not.
Sure.
Because we didn't even do it here. We parked outside of it and walked.
I am vaguely intrigued by something Colin said earlier. I actually do have modify memory, and I think Tommy does too. Could we? I don't know.
Change this guy's memory of
Yeah,
what?
could we convince the guy that we were never here? How long have we been here?
They've been here for we don't know how long. Days.
2 days.
Cut off is two days,
Uh,
like 48 hours.
The way it works is it's 24 hour. You can, while the charm lasts, you can affect the target's memory of an event that it experienced within the last 24 hours, but lasted no more than 10 minutes.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Well, yeah,
So
he's been around her for days.
You could modify the memory of the marriage proposal.
that was going to be my suggestion. I'm assuming that proposal happened in the last 48 hours.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
okay.
That being said, you can cast it at higher levels to do it within 7 days. With a 6th level spell, 30 days with a 7th level spell, a year for an 8th level spell, or any time with a 9th level spell.
Sure.
I mean,
So,
look,
like-
if you guys want to try that, we can try that.
Well, I could do that. Worst case scenario, Dragon guy.
Lady.
Dragon guy shows up,
They said
and
lady.
his vassal. It is a lady.
But
Um,
it is still one creature.
Sure. But like the Dragon Emperor or whatever shows up, and this guy just seems incompetent.
Dragon's not
She's
the emperor.
She's not the emperor. She's the advisor.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She is like a shadow emperor. Like she is the one.
The
Probably
behind the throne. Got it.
Yeah.
But the marriage proposal is to the actual emperor, correct?
No.
No,
it's-
Proposal
it's
is
to
to
this
the
guy.
guy in charge of the
It's to
town.
this guy. Okay. I'm tracking. I'm sorry. There was a lot of nouns in these discussions.
But yeah, that's why
His name is
that's-
Gon
No, I-
Batar.
we could try that, but if he's set up, like he might be. I'll actually write off. What race is this guy? Is he human?
He's human.
Mongolian.
That helps.
Mongolian.
Mongolia. Oh,
Do we know if Mongols fall under the trance rules of elves?
So human, because Mongolians and all races are indeed equal.
Oh my fucking god.
The least racist thing that's ever been said in this.
There's way
I'm
lax
not
with
Mongolian.
there.
I mean, they're all equally below dwarves, but
There it is.
the true master race of dwarves.
Oh fuck. Colin, how meta is spell knowledge for a spell I haven't cast?
I
you
mean,
still
you know
the
what it
spell.
does. Know the spell.
So I would know the remove curse and greater restoration removes the.
Yeah,
memory
you know what it.
modifier.
You know what it does.
Okay.
That makes me nervous because if the dragon's an ancient wyrm, that's the first thing they're gonna do.
So here's the only thing about modifying his memory.
Mhm.
Jinlong already knows why she's coming here. To
No,
approve
I know,
the
but like
thing.
we just leave, and if we can leave without a trace of us ever being here, he just seems like an incompetent.
I'll
Yeah, all
I'll
all
let
the
y'all talk. I'm
guards
gonna
know
go get a
stuff,
beer
too.
and pee. So keep talking.
They were out. The airship landed, and a bunch of guards came up on them and took them capture, and then they put them in. So we would have to modify his memory so that way we get Adelaide back, and then go rescue them, and then leave, and then him, and then like he looks like that, and then no one else in the town,
No, we have to
Not-
modify
doesn't
memory
remember
to gaslight everybody, and they all believe it.
Yeah,
They
I
think it's
don't
crazy.
think because modify memory is only one creature. I don't think that'll work.
No.
Because I don't know how you deal with the other 35,000 people.
Well, I mean, a noble trying to hide his own incompetence, he could convince the people pretty readily.
Mm,
Hey, don't say shit about that.
I'm just saying, like that's my idea. This is very much a rock and a hard place, and I don't like either.
Well, the thing is, he wouldn't really know that he was being incompetent until Jin Ma showed up and been like, "Hey, where's your bride?"
That's true.
What if we modify
What
his
if
memory
we-
to say he?
What if
he
hang on? What if we
knows-
modify his memory and then we make it look like he's letting us go?
but you can only
Now that's
memorize one
possible.
memory, right? It's not
No,
like
no,
a
no,
length of time.
Okay, we change his memory to where he actually backs out of the marriage
Yeah.
afterwards because of something that comes up.
And
Because-
that's what I'm saying. On the appearance side,
Mm-hmm.
what Cody's saying is accurate. On the appearance side, is it looks like he is not incompetent because he forgot about the marriage proposal. He's incompetent because he let us go. He backs out.
And then he backs out of that.
He just lets
Wait.
us leave.
Wait, I got an idea. We use modify memory, the one for any time, right? And
I can't do it that high.
I
And then
love
he forgets
the,
he was born.
snort of coke right beforehand, right before Max.
That
starts.
did
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
vividly like that.
Yeah. So we do Max is right. We do the any time when he forgets he was born.
No. We do any time
Can't
when we
do-
say, hey, he has like some like
be right back
great
again.
love from a long time ago, and then we have that great love be like
Then to try to
our
make this
somebody.
Do that!
Also,
Jesus
hang on.
Christ.
Also, for the record, the way modify memory works is I don't get to see his memories. Like it's not like a laser fiche that I get to scroll through. It has to be a memory of his that I'm cognizant of.
Oh, damn it.
So-
Okay, so we can't
So
just
what
insert.
we do is we just implant a memory of him letting us go.
You don't implant a
Because-
memory. You make him forget a memory.
Because you make him, we have him forget that he agreed to the marriage because we instead say, hey, whoops, I can't get married. I left my oven back at home. It's on at home still. We gotta go.
No, it says you could create a memory or of some other
There you
event.
go.
as
We
well.
create a memory where she
Where he let
agrees
them
to
go.
the marriage at first, but she backs out or something because of a rule of law that she did not know about. And fuck it. Who cares?
I was gonna say that we make him think that he's in love with Aruna from like way back when, and then they have a love triangle, and then
Yeah,
he just
I
so
can
hard.
only go back a year.
Anime.
But I can only go back a year, but it has to be a memory that I'm aware of.
How many dumb ideas have we gone through since I've been gone?
Probably a
Not
lot.
enough.
I mean, compared to the last dragon session, this is actually record time. I'm gonna be honest.
Did you
That's
guys
true.
settle
You were
the
right.
problem?
You were trying to deal with
problem?
Usul for like 6 hours.
4 sessions. I think it says we can create a memory of some other event, so I think that means we could implant the memory of him backing out for whatever reason. Then he lets us go, and his people are none the wiser because it's coming from him.
You
How
could.
strong is the hierarchy here? Like,
You could,
Is he
but
a dictator?
how's that gonna stop Jinlong from coming? He's already on the way.
I mean,
So what if we do what we said? We had the Bishop Usul come. He pretends to be Adelaide, and then if Jin Ma can see through the disguise, obviously Jin Ma will say no to the marriage, and boom, it's done right there. We're free to go.
Wait, who we having?
Well, actually, I don't know.
No, hold on, because that's not going to be the end of that reaction. They're not just going to
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no, never mind. Deal's off. They're going to go, what are you doing in my territory?
Okay,
If
so
they put
even
themselves into an advisory position of an empire, they consider their territory that nation's borders. We've
okay,
seen enough dragon dealings to know that.
So with the modified memory thing, my issue I see with it is Jinlong shows up.
Prank, bro.
And goes, "Oh, you let her go? It's the Emperor. Are you fucking retarded?" Then she comes after us anyways. Because why would she not want the Emperor of Stalreich?
Okay, that's what. So they're aware that she's the emperor.
I assume that he told her. Yeah.
Now, part of her bargaining chip was like, if you want to get married to me because I am the emperor. Otherwise, like, why would he just want to get married to some random person?
Why don't we just modify the memory to say something like, if my husband is to die, I will marry you. So he still sends out the announcement that he's getting married. But then we could just be like, oh, you must have misinterpreted it. Sorry, Jin Ma.
You
That's
idiot.
such a-
It's just an idea. I'm not smart, so.
Yeah, but then she just kills me.
Oh, fine.
I mean, does she though?
She doesn't know we're married though. From what this dude knows, what Adelaide said, she's a bachelorette.
So, prison break, anybody?
Soul heist.
So heist.
Soul heist.
Soul heist.
Well, this is kind of like
Hostage
a people heist.
heist.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, that still kind of leaves Jinlong on our tail though.
I don't think we can get rid of that problem. Like,
I know.
I don't think we can sit and overanalyze every single aspect because I don't think that is ever going to not be one of them.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think the safest option is for her to be neutral to us instead of against us.
I'm pretty sure that because they're prepping for war already, clearly, that she's not neutral to us right now.
No, do we know they're prepping for war, or is that just something I theorized?
You're pretty sure they're prepping for war. That's been said.
Okay.
So we know that they do not like us. The powder keg is already lit. The only thing that will change is when it goes off.
So what I'm hearing is we still only have those two plans, so we should just vote for one.
I mean, we could vote if you want.
I mean, are we just never going to decide if we don't vote?
I mean, I guess.
Soul
Or 8 of us.
heist.
It's not Christmas, Sandra. Put them candy canes away.
That's true.
What's wrong with Christmas, Cody? Why do you hate Christmas so much?
I didn't say I hate Christmas. I just said it's not Christmas. Put them candy canes away. Get out the
Because
floor,
Cody didn't get a
Kazal.
femboy.
It's okay. When I drink, I fall over too.
Yeah, you guys were not muted. Thanks, Colin.
Oh, that's okay. You're the one that's wearing a shirt that says small pedo.
Got him. So yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Where did impasse?
Yeah, that's sort of the point. It's not
No, I'm
supposed to be
saying,
an
are
easy
we gonna
decision.
vote? Are we going to vote on what we decide?
Well,
I mean,
the one
I was
option
waiting-
for.
I was waiting for you to propose a vote since you were the one who suggested it.
Okay, we can do that. All right. A, prison heist. B, wait for the dragon to come and hope it works out.
I'm just gonna.
Aruna trying to tempt people by using heist.
I mean, it's
Has a history of working.
50% of the time it works every time. We have a niche.
I think at this point we've heard the negatives and positives of both, so everyone should be able to come to their own decision.
All right,
I think in the end,
prison heist.
the
You
dragon's
gotta,
gonna
you
be
go
our
get
favorite
Joseph
either way.
Smoke.
No.
Oh no.
The gang's getting back together. Again.
I think either
So-
way, the dragon's on our tail. I say we just prison heist it.
All right, so we got one for prison heist.
What's the fear of the prisoners when the dragon shows up?
That's my thing. Are
Like,
they
I
going to be
understand that they're
safe
preventing
if
us
we-
from just leaving, but what happens when it shows up?
I have no idea. I don't know why she would care
You're not-
about them. They're
She,
political
I mean, she's
prisoners.
only here to talk about the potential wedding. She doesn't really care.
Yeah, but,
It's the
yeah, so she's-
nobleman that's holding them hostage.
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's he's holding them hostage so that way she will marry him. So I think
Also,
you know, as long as
Adelaide
she's willing to go
marrying
through
them.
with it, they're safe.
Yeah, Adelaide said that her marrying them is keeping them safe.
That's why they're currently safe, is because she promised to marry him.
So I am sort of okay with this to allow us to sort of look around the capital to try to find this final
I
item.
don't think we're going to the capital.
I guess if we hope for the dragon to work out, then
Damn it.
someone's right. She might take us back to the capital, and we might be able to poke around. But like,
All right,
Yeah, that's
As a
my thought.
from a diplomatic standpoint, letting the
Let's
emperor
say-
go to that capital is
Say
a terrible.
that it is Henley's wife.
Vote in the chat.
Please.
I will
Please
voice
vote.
my vote because I put both of the thumbs. Vote in the
Well,
chat.
you can just wait for everyone to vote and then get rid of the one you
Yeah.
don't like. So
I changed my vote. Wait for.
Democracy.
it's true.
I
Like,
don't know.
if they are safe,
And
then
for
I'm
the
okay
state
with
for
this.
as from
Dragon
a
is
As long as we
Definitely
can keep up the
diplomatic
ruse for a
standpoint,
bit, give us time to look around, try to find this item, and then we can get the fuck out of Dodge.
So is that everyone has voted?
I'm still thinking
Okay.
because like
again, from a
wait for
war
Dragon is probably
letting the
smarter.
emperor go to that capital is a terrible idea. Truly a terrible idea.
All we need
all-
to get out of
also a
there
D&D
is
game,
any
and what would-
fucking tree.
Hey, we've already argued as much as we're going to and put in points, so we don't need any more. I just
It's-
would like a
Also-
definitive vote.
It's metagamey, but it's D&D. So what we pick is probably the way Colin's gonna take the story to go.
Oh,
Wait
I
for
agree with
Dragon's
Colin.
That's my
smarter.
vote.
The
I
Prisoner
see.
Heights
Colin's
is probably more
Colin's
fun.
vote is for tit
I'll
job.
go for wait for Dragon.
That's my vote. Titty job.
okay. So pretty unanimous, or well, if we take below
Sure.
the extra Alacol vote, it is
I
wait
mean,
for Dragon.
I don't want wait for dragon.
There
so
is
I-
not right or wrong
Yep, but
answers
but
here.
it doesn't matter. So that's still 4 and 3. So
Yes,
Probably a good thing Beaver wasn't here today, so we couldn't have a tie vote.
that's fair. But
Flirty
everybody
and-
put their 2 cents in. Everybody acknowledges the positives and negatives, and we've somewhat agreed.
Somewhat.
That is the important.
I guess as agreed as we're going to get.
Mhm.
The benefit of waiting for the dragon is when shit goes south, we could react.
We
I
can
see.
react regardless.
I agree. I voted for
Anyway.
that.
We also have time where we can talk to the student, try to arrange a freeing of the prisoners and passage to there if we have to.
Yes.
I think we're more in control in that scenario.
All right. I'm gonna see if I have to do any spell prep in case we get into the shit. So that's what I'm gonna.
You do have, like I said, you've got a day. Wait for Dragon. Does seem to be the winning vote, however. So you do have, if you have any spells you want prepped or anything like that, you certainly have the long rest capability. As guests of both, you know, the soon-to-be bride to Gonbatar, as well as in the presence of Henley, who is considered a holy figure, even though the town itself is not exactly welcoming of you, you're given comfortable enough accommodations, fed well. You are able to eat like hearty cheeses that are made of like and sort of hearty milk that's basically made from yaks, because they've got a lot of yaks here as well. as well as you're able to eat like yak meat and things like that, as well as there is a really nice. Obviously, there's bread and things like that. There's also a really nice, sweet, like preserve or jam. It almost looks like purple cranberry sauce with the whole berries that you're able to spread on toast. It's pretty delicious, quite tart. You still get the feeling that you're being watched at all time, but it's not obvious. It looks like they do have people watching you, but they're not obtrusively watching you. They're not standing guard like right at your door. Is there anything in particular you would like to do, or are you just hanging out?
Well, since we are here and know now, what does Kurgan think of all this?
That's the mountain druid, right?
Yeah. He's still here, right?
Kurgan wouldn't follow you into the city.
I thought he went with us.
He would go with you
went
to the
but I'm pretty
city, but he turns around. He would turn around before entering the city.
Oh, I thought he went with us and he was one of the horses. Okay, my bad.
He is currently lost to you.
Okay. We should probably send a message to our shipmates about what's going on then. Because they were supposed to be flying nearby. Just in case.
Now,
Yeah.
By
She
shipmates,
can't
you
land the
mean
ship now.
like just
Yeah.
her?
Now, as for Kurgan, like I said, that doesn't mean he's not on the outskirts of the city. The horses aren't in the city; they're outside the city. They're a great herd of horses, essentially.
Mhm.
So he'd be in and amongst that if he was a horse.
Okay.
So
He's in the city, but he's not in the city. You know.
the ship cannot land now without just crashing,
Yeah, because they don't have enough people to moor it.
Yeah.
and it's currently flying.
He's jerking off in the city.
We have a
Amazing. Alright, what's gonna be useful? I got teleport, easy peasy.
That being said, if you want to go talk to Kurgan, you can. You just have to find him in amongst the horses.
I mean, if shit hits the fan, Kurgan would be a good help to escape. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He can at least, divert attention, probably.
I will change my spells a bit so I can have the not tree stride, but transport via plants prepared.
Well, if we are going ahead and saying, yep, we're taking the long rest, we're bedding down, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
That can't be good.
Is this
Am I
me
within
against
10
me?
feet of
Naturally
Ito?
put-
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it assume people have +5?
No, not everyone's gonna fucking sleep within 10 feet of Ito. You're all given your own rooms.
Aww.
Is this charm to magically put the
Can you imagine if everyone's just sleeping on top of Ito for the
Hey, man,
+5 bonus?
You gotta min-max at all times.
You
Charmed
said a
or-
wisdom saving throw?
It is a wisdom
Also,
saving throw.
like-
It's not against sleep.
Okay.
Well, is it against charm?
Double check.
Colin, can I use a hero point?
I mean, you can. Yeah, everyone starts with 1.
Yeah, hero point, just like
Nice.
Pathfinder. It's true.
3
Use
into
your
a 4.
inspiration.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's not against a charm effect.
Damn it!
I'm also going to use mine. That's much better.
Well,
What are we rolling? I'm sorry.
It's a wisdom
Saving
saving throw.
I'll be right back. I need to go to the
Yep.
bathroom.
use mine too, I guess, huh?
What are we using?
It's-
Inspiration,
They're using inspiration.
because we never did.
I mean, that's might as well.
That's not much better. Holy shit!
I might as well re-roll mine.
I got a
Re-roll
17.
mine.
I'm gonna say I'm fucked.
Hey, that's a 27. It's much
You
better
don't
than
know that.
13.
Eh.
27, Colin.
Okay. Double check.
I think we got him on the ropes.
I think we got him roping.
Oh yeah, dude. More than a dollar store silly string can, Cody.
More than a shampoo bottle put through a press.
Amazing.
This gift in particular.
The hydraulic press channel. Oh yeah, that thing.
It do be like that sometimes.
It's true. You gotta wait a little bit sometimes, but
Let me see. DC.
Aruna is dead. Henley is dead.
Yeah, you all die. The end.
Damn it.
Hooray! Happy ending.
We've defeated the enemy.
Ourselves.
Did I pass for the 24, Colin?
Looking
He's
at
looking.
Troll.
I mean, to be fair, from the Everfrost Raiders' point of view, we are the bad guys.
Guys, have you
Suspicious.
considered that maybe the bad people the entire time was humanity? I am very smart.
Thank you, Cody.
Indeed, we're a plague that needs to be wiped out.
Cody, you're just brave for being the first one to say it.
Thank you. It's the most original thought that's ever happened in the world.
True.
Okay. Just looking at 8 plus 8, 16. Okay.
Oh god, he's doing math. We're fucked.
Yeah, I was looking at what the DC is. It is 24 is a pass.
Hooray!
25 is a pass.
27.
27's a pass.
13, easy peasy.
It's not a it's a DC 22 for this spell.
Frustrating.
Do I have such a high-
All right. If you failed the DC 22
Yep,
wisdom
yep, yep.
save, so that's who failed that?
Me.
Me.
Maybe.
Just curious, this is happening overnight?
Yes.
Oh no, I can't believe Aruna's gonna get dumbed again.
Aruna.
I never got dumbed in the first place.
That was me.
It,
sorry.
You're the dummy for being dumb, dummy.
Yeah, Aruna's not the dumb one. Aruna's the handicapped one.
In a different
Get
way.
it right,
Mentally
Luke.
handicapped is still handicapped.
No, but she's physically handicapped.
All right. So we got a Henley, we got a
We got a
Venta,
Henley.
we got a Karakwa, Phelan. Everyone else is probably
must be
okay.
Nice to pass the saving throw, guys.
All right. And then an Aruna, Phelan, because Aruna's fucking dumb.
Where's
Man.
the...
I
It would help
have-
if I had pulled the Aruna token to the actual thing.
It's true. I disappeared somehow. It's funny.
All right. Now, whenever you rest, you enter
Colin,
your.
what's our important dice?
It is.
Do we get one?
Vestia's technically
Actually, she's on the boat.
he is on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
It's a
Rock the boat.
7.
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna say if it's high enough, we can replace one of ours with it.
Yeah.
We can make
Alright.
one person's even worse.
That's
Now
true.
that's big
I'm gonna
brain.
use
My
the-
vote is
the
for
button
Ito.
dice.
Give
I'm
Ito
gonna-
the 7.
I'm gonna make the person's DC a 7.
Makes sense to me.
Hmm.
All
Boom,
right.
got it.
You, everyone, whenever you retire, whenever you rest into your state of torpor, sleep, whatever it is, your dreams are, your rest is fitful. You don't have bad dreams per se, but you have trouble sleeping because you vividly dream. Ito, you find that you are walking on the shores of the Ile de Royhan. It's as if you're there. You know, cool. You are in a great hive, sort of walking around. The hive of your childhood. It's as vivid as the days you walked. Reed, you're in the monastery, walking through. Completely vivid. It's as if you are there. They are dreams that you're able to rest through, but you sort of toss and you turn. Now, Henley, you find that you are walking in amongst the coldwood. The wind is bitter and cold. The trees are gnarled and dead from the winter. No leaves. It is the heart of winter. And above you, there are streaming sort of blue stars. And as you walk through this dream, you feel like you're being watched. You feel like prey.
This is in everyone's dream? Or...
What's
No,
new?
this is in Henley's dream.
Henley.
Okay.
You had your... I already told you what you had in your dreams.
Sure.
You had just some vivid
I meant that
dreams.
feeling of
But these are now specific dreams, and you feel like you're being watched. And you can every now and then as you walk through these trees, you see what appears to be a figure, with bright sort of almost glowing green eyes. But every time you walk over to try to find this figure, you only find what appears to be bare footprints in snow.
Wait, are they actually the footprints of bears or
No,
bear feet?
bare footprints, like B-A-R-E.
Okay.
Bare footprints.
I was making sure.
But, yeah, it's like dainty bare feet in snow. And it's ever just watching you, curiously, almost, but you're never able to catch up with it. Venta, you find yourself at the old inn, you know?
Nice.
Family inn. It's a rowdy and raucous atmosphere. Harried. A busy night on the Ile de Royhan as your father and mother, the herons move to and fro, with tankards of ale and various warmed and mulled ciders and trays filled with actual, like, smoking, bubbling soups and meats. And despite all of this, despite the fact that you should feel like it should be a happy night, there's an unease that fills you, as there is a patron that keeps walking up to the bar in your dreams. She has what appears to be a crown. That's not right. It's a headdress of some sort that looks like it's made from a horse's skull that wraps over her greenish hair, and she has glowing green eyes. She doesn't order anything. She doesn't order anything, but she merely watches. anytime you try to go over to her to ask her what she wants, she's not there. She's at the other end of the bar. Karakwa,
Yes.
you find yourself at what was a triumphant and majestic occasion, the night that you ascended to the Wildfire Herald. All the people, or many of the druids, gathered around the mighty bonfire as it made its choice as to who would be the Wildfire Herald. And yet, the excitement is dulled constantly, as there's something that seems wrong with this scene, and you're not quite sure why. At least your brain is not able to process why this is wrong, as you see the great and mighty bonfire that chose you transforms from a beautiful and warm orange yellow to a bright, almost acidic green. And you almost, as the flames reach out to wrap around you, it's not that it's an unpleasant embrace. It's not that it's a malicious embrace, but it is a strange and foreign embrace, one that feels wrong in a way that you don't understand.
Bad touch.
Bad touch. This is not right. Something about this is not right, but you can't pinpoint it. Now.
Go ahead.
But yeah.
Is this a Ika interacting, or is that
no? This your dreams are basically
gotcha.
Kind of weird. There's
sure
things that are fucked up.
Dream or just a.
They're not really lucid dreams.
Gotcha.
Now, Aruna, you find yourself walking amongst the cold wood. Find yourself walking to your father's study. You can feel the cracked sort of leather of your father's spellbook as you open it. And whenever you open it, instead of seeing secrets and spells, those things that you yearn for, there is an inky drawing of a woman on the page. It's more like a silhouette, but it has sort of glowing greenish eyes that look like greenish flames. And as you sort of run your hand over the picture, the greenish flames from the eyes begin to spread up your arm, consuming it in a painful fire.
Jesus Christ.
And that is your dream.
That's pleasant.
Each of you kind of snaps awake. And you find yourself in Yurt Kalesh.
Hey, we're back here in this lovely place.
I am no longer making my way downtown.
You had the sleep was fitful. It was not a very pleasant rest.
So Colin, as I am the old spellcaster, and I happen to have a spell where I can go into people's dreams. Let me look it up.
Do you mean the spell Dream?
Dream fuck?
I don't remember if it's that one specifically, though.
That's the spell I have that lets me do that.
Is that the one where you can cause nightmares, correct?
Yes. They can be nightmares if you so choose.
Do I make the connection that this is some type of
you can roll
spell?
an Arcana check.
I was also going to ask, since I have that in my repertoire, if I would recognize that.
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay. So, we haven't told anybody about it. It's just as I wake up, I think.
I would say, Ito, you probably make the Arcana check with disadvantage, because didn't actually go into your dreams, because you passed your save.
Yeah, they... Well, did I? I thought you said 22. I got a 16.
I thought you said... Oh, I thought you had a higher than a 21. The DC was 22.
No, I had a 16.
Oh, I had you down to
well.
Ito's. I had you down on the pass level.
I'll redo my dream if you like. I was also going to ask for disadvantage since I've never actually cast dream.
It wouldn't matter. All right. Your dream is much like I described it. You are walking on the shores of the Ile de Royhan. However, the Ile de Royhan is slightly warped as you look up to the mountain that dominates the center of the Ile de Royhan. Normally, this mountain, dominates, but it's not like it's the fucking Rockies, you know what I'm saying? But it is the highest point on the island. This mountain actually seems to have changed subtly. It is a curved, slightly feminine form that almost looks green from the foliage of the trees that wraps its way around the mountains. And at the peak, you see almost like two beacons, two glowing green beacons that look like flaming eyes, is what you see.
At the peak?
Mm-hmm. At the top of it.
And you said this is just a vision. We can't.
Yes, this is just a vision. There's no interacting. This is just what you're seeing in your dreams. But yeah, so you can roll an Arcana check to determine it, but
Why did... What's the smooch for, buddy?
he wants to.
Well, I went up next to Ito because his character moved up here. I gave him a smooch.
Oh, okay. I see.
Well, as long as you don't ooh-woo.
I was really hoping that Cody wasn't going to explain that at all.
No ooh-woo allowed, $350 fine.
Right,
Why can't we move?
you said Arcana, normal roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. I got a 25. Oh, no.
So, Ito, you had a fucking bad dream. You know, it was a slightly unsettling dream, but this one, Aruna, you sense that your dreams were pried upon. It was probably not a dream spell, but it was probably akin to it. Some sort of dream walking. Someone was looking in on your dreams and sort of prying with them, or at least watching them.
Yep. Okay. I assume we're going to get together for breakfast or something, right?
Yes, breakfast is a fine affair of basically oatmeal, roasted meats, roasted yak's meat, yak's cheese, much the same thing you had the night before.
I would actually start my day casting sending to the Green Lady, kind of like as a prayer, like an actionable prayer. And I'm gonna let her know, like, lady, I saw a vision of my home, of our home, and I saw a visage where I would normally associate yours, but it seemed wrong, and I would ask her if she is okay.
She's able to tell you that she is well enough. She's returned back to her. She's not currently back on her island, but she's on the Iron Trove with Burnesh as they're sailing back into the Weird Sea so that she can be taken to her home. But she's fine. And
But I
she's-
don't get do I get the impression that I did not see her?
you don't think it was her. Dreams are weird like that. You're not sure.
Interesting. Well, shit. Okay. Show of hands who had weird dreams.
I
raised my hand.
Me,
wait. Define weird.
I mean, like-
non-sexual. You didn't have a wet dream, Henley. Your pants
And
are
as far as
dry.
mine goes, you said like mine. I mean, things seemed just a little off.
They
but-
just, for you, they seemed a little off. They seemed, if you passed, they just seemed really vivid.
Okay.
Like abnormally vivid.
Abnormally vivid, yes.
Oh, I'm
No.
I'm
Very
asking.
realistic, but that's about it.
We were made to dream.
It was like I was
Right.
back home.
I mean,
Ugh. My dreams were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this girl with a horse skull. That wasn't fun.
I dreamed about a girl with a horse cock.
Oh shit.
Lucky.
We know you miss Adelaide, but you don't have to dream about her every night.
That's true.
But no, I dreamed about what seemed to be a small person stalking me from the woods.
A small person?
I mean,
Like-
Connor told me that the feet were dainty.
They were quite dainty.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
I thought you dreamed of Genie.
When hope was high and life worth living.
Light brown hair.
Indeed.
Jesus
Well,
Christ. That was too many references in too short a time.
we've gone so off the rails. Holy shit.
Tommy dreamed that love would never die.
I met you once upon a dream.
I prayed that God would be forgiving.
Oh man, we're gonna break out into Les Mis here in a second.
Colin, if you hadn't said anything.
You can't
Hold on, I
stop
don't
the
know Les
beat
Mis.
ever since the whole world began. Since when a woman found out she could shake up a man.
Oh, okay, we're doing Hairspray. I've
We're
seen
doing
Hairspray. I
Hairspray
can do
now.
that. All
Did you
right.
say Les Mis?
No, I haven't.
Is Dream not that one YouTuber who wears the mask?
Hmm.
The
Not
one
anymore.
the one that prays on autistic children. I don't know.
Who doesn't? Let's be honest.
Indeed, I don't put on autistic children. I would like that to be out there on the internet.
Oh, I meant amongst YouTube content.
No, Nick farting on me totally counts as preying on autistic children.
That does not. You don't have papers that say you have donkey brains.
Maybe
Yeah,
your
I don't have
parts
papers,
turned
you're
them
right.
into donkey brains.
I mean, you can easily print one out though if you want him to.
I could print out a piece of paper that says I have autism and just hands it to you, and then that's paper
No,
that
Nick
says
said,
it has
Nick
it.
said donkey brains.
I am just flabbergasted by this tangent. I can't even.
Really? Are you?
The best tangent.
I had a dream my life would be. Shut up and play the game, Tommy.
Oh. Oh, okay.
But yeah, Tommy, derailing us.
Yeah, you fuck. Yeah, I'll beat myself up then.
You can beat yourself off later.
Hmm.
As long as I get paid for it.
I know you put a picture of myself on the back of Shelby's head.
Hmm.
It's good every time. I just use the iPad and then I call you on Discord.
I go, Tommy!
Why?
Anyway, weird dreams, right?
Weird dreams.
Weird dreams. So, you know how we're worried about the dragon and all that. She's probably already, watching us. But
Gasp.
gasp, crazy, I know. Super high-powered super dragon. That was it. That was my 2 cents.
Thanks for nothing.
You're welcome.
Derailing the game for that.
I know. Thank you. Are we winning, Colin?
No.
No.
I mean, she's gonna be here soon anyway, right?
It seems that way.
Mm.
All right. Well, does someone want to go talk to Adelaide and inform her of the plan?
I think we
I mean,
assumed that was you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure you guys wanted me to do it. All right, I'm gonna
Yeah, for sure.
go. Ask the guy if I can have one more talk with her alone before she gets potentially married off.
Again.
That's fair.
How
He
many marriages does one moon go through?
definitely he disappears to ask her as he pops back out and says, "The lady agrees to it."
Okay. Oh, she's so gracious. I'm glad that she's willing to let me have this last chance to talk to her. I say, gritting my teeth a little bit. I guess I go talk to her then.
All right.
I'm guessing he knows I want to be like alone with her, right?
You are allowed to be alone with her. Guards obviously outside the door.
Okay, well that I figured, but you know. All right, well.
All right, just keep it quiet. Make sure you use protection.
Don't tell me how to have sex with my wife.
What is that?
Why?
She tells him how to do that.
Also, what's protection here? Am I gonna put like an actual sheep's intestine over my dick?
Yeah.
You don't?
No, I have that's what
Nope, they
one
use
spell Rune has
they use
been working on the entire game is an arcane condom.
they have yak skin condoms here, so
Amazing.
Ew.
Are they riveted for her pleasure?
Riveted? 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 Everybody else see that?
Yep.
Several frogs attached to them.
joke's on you. If you shove some yak cheese up your nasty snatch, it'll prevent all forms of pregnancy.
I think that Lou read
Good enough.
Frog. I think Lou read Frog and Toad as a kid and thought that sounds like a nice life.
All right, so you have a moment
talk
alone
to
with
your fucking
Adelaide.
And
She is now, she has been gifted with various trinkets and jewelry, of the native Jinma people. They have she's been given a beautiful necklace made of horse bone as well as jade beads, that sits around her neck. She's also wearing several, like, really nice gold rings. Each one of these gold rings is studded with, like, an emerald.
I'm like actually jealous of her necklace. Like I really want that actually.
It is a beautiful necklace. It's also kind of simple in its own way. Like I said, the things here are a lot less ostentatious than in Stalreich. Like I said, they're beads, but they're very simple beads. They're not beautifully carved. They're just plain beads of jade and horsebone.
So really seems to be working out for you here, Your Highness, as I look at her jewelry.
She smiles and she holds up the necklace and says, you know what? I think I might just stay. After all, where else in Stalreich can I get such fine jewelry?
I don't know. They certainly don't specialize in bone.
Well, I think I know a guy who could help with that.
I'm not sure if you're coming on to me or saying that I'm good at scrimshawing.
She kind of slaps you on the chest and says, "Don't be gross."
I think. Okay.
But you
I'm
can see
sorry,
she
Your-
sort of smiles when she says it.
I'm sorry, Your Highness.
That's right. After all, I am supposed to be the leader, joined to the ruler of a very small, reasonably lowly populated outskirts of a foreign country. Show some proper respect.
At first, I thought you were talking about me. I thought she was just insulting me. I was like, what the fuck did I do?
I mean, technically, she was already the ruler of that.
Yeah, I know. But, so...
Did you know that there's a half dozen ways to make yak's cheese. I heard all about it.
That's actually interesting. Can you tell me about it?
I think it's such an extensive process. I don't think we have the time for it now.
Oh, I'm actually upset. I wanted to hear about the yak cheese. That could have been useful. Anyways, I'm sure you can tell we decided to wait for Jinlong. And, I don't know if you have some input you can give us to see if our plan will work, but we are hoping that she will take us to the capital so that we can, explore. So, I suppose you should also probably negotiate for the freedom of our friends.
Well, that was foremost on my mind. That is why I'm here after all.
I'm just making sure we're on the same page, Adelaide. Okay.
But she
So,
sort of nods her head and she says, well...
So you need to finagle it so that we can go with you. Because I assume you're going to the capital. I assume.
If we can pull that off, that's certainly what we can do.
Alright, Adelaide. I trust you.
She says, well, if things go wrong, I'm sure I can rely on you, Henley.
Yeah, hopefully.
She just kind of nods her head and she says, it's gonna be an interesting day.
You're telling me. I didn't expect to come in here and have to go sightseeing with the dragon.
My father always told me I should be a better diplomat. I suppose this is a chance to flex the old muscles.
Oh, good, because one of us needs to be able to do it.
She sort of pats you on the arm and says, you've got your muscles and I've got mine, I suppose.
I go, you're muscular too.
She pats you on that. God, you're stupid, and kisses you.
God, what a himbo.
What a himbo. Pats you on the head.
The ultimate himbo.
Alright, well, I will leave you, and I guess you can talk to him, and then I will hope for our summons.
Very well. I'll send for everyone whenever I can.
Okay.
When we're done with this campaign, I need the further adventures of Henley the Himbo.
Adelaide gets blown up in the campaign.
I'm pretty sure the further adventures of Henley the Himbo is him sitting on a throne hating it.
The thing is, you don't have to wait long for a summons.
Well, that's good.
Not more than a couple of hours afterwards. You are summoned. Not just you, Henley, but everyone is summoned to the central yurt.
To the central yurt.
Invitations that are made on basically parchment that is like a vellum, but it's made of some sort of vellum. You don't know if it's sheep's vellum. You haven't seen a lot of sheep moving around here, but you've seen a lot of horses and a lot of like yaks and things like that. And yet, whenever you arrive at the central yurt, the only people that are there are Adelaide, Tolanyag, Batu, and Ganbatar. The lights are dim. There are only a couple of braziers that are casting dim light across the central yurt. And the air is quite warm as you walk inside. And Ganbatar sort of rises to his feet. And there is a look of dissatisfaction on his face. A slightly cowed look. As he says, "The great advisor, Jinlong, has asked for each of your presence at this meeting." And he says it with such disdain, you can tell he does not like the fact that you've been... Not only have you been invited, it feels like he's been, and his marriage have been shuffled to the side.
Did she say why?
No, she deemed it... You can see, as he almost lifts his lip angrily, he deemed me not she deemed me not important enough to know the reasons why.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
Take
That really sucked.
your place, please.
I guess we take our places.
Yep, try to sit down. This is awkward.
There are small stools arrayed around the outside of the central of the yurt, and you wait in silence. There's a heavy air all about the tent. As you sit, the air is filled with warmth and incense.
Excuse me, the stool's too short. I can't see.
The silence is broken by Reed, and he's given a nasty look.
Amazing.
And
Very
then,
diplomatic of you.
after 15 minutes, you're surprised. Because normally, Yurt Kalesh is a cacophony of, like, horse, like, hoof fall, people talking, you know, the sound of, you know, blacksmithing, sound of trade. There's almost a silence that falls over the yurt, and I would say probably the only one, I would say Alakul is the only one with the highest passive perception by a pretty significant amount, I think.
Oh yeah.
Brag
Yes.
about
You
I
hear...
will.
It almost sounds like the faintest sound of grass being crushed underneath bare foot as the flap to the tent opens, and where you almost are bracing yourself to meet some sort of incredibly imposing figure, an incredibly powerful figure. You do not see that. In strides the dragon Jinlong, but it's not quite what you expect. Her dainty, bare feet glide across the ground, barely disturbing it as she walks forward. She has the horse's skull that sort of is over her forehead. She's no taller than 5 feet tall, and her eyes are almost glazed over, as she almost seems to not be paying attention to any of you. As she looks around, there's a faint smile on her face as she pauses in the doorway and stands there in silence for a moment before she cocks her head slightly to the side as if she's about to talk. She turns her head almost over to you, Ito. Her eyes not focused on you at all. And then she slowly falls to one knee and places her hand on the ground. And she comes back up with what appears to be a small beetle in her hand as she says, "Yes, they do have a certain look about them, don't they?"
Are they the same eyes from my dream?
You're not quite sure, but she looks like that. You're slightly caught off guard for a moment. And then she puts her hand down and she lets the beetle go. As she gently places it back down on the ground and it scampers away. She turns to you. 8 white horses amongst a black flock. 8 threads in a tapestry. I dreamed of you. and she just kind of smiles.
Interesting. So she looks like she's
I
she
sent
constantly like
Heard her
far
picture.
seeing.
I sent you a picture of her. She's always her eyes are always sort of glazed over, however.
Oh yeah.
But that is what
Does
she
she
looks
give the
Can I- Colin, I have a question. It is a metagaming question.
okay.
We leveled up. I got a new spell. It has a $sign material component.
Okay.
Is it assumed that between our last encounter, I was able to acquire those goods?
Generally, if it has a $sign, I will let you go ahead and have it as long as you just pay the money for it.
Okay. It is admittedly a small amount, but can I cast True Seeing?
Sure.
Colin, I got a question.
Yep.
Why is she a Mongolian Lolita?
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Where
Out
it's
of all
at.
the things to be.
And I'm going to cast True Seeing on Aruna?
Oh
No,
god.
you guys say she's a Lolita, but to read, that's a dummy mommy.
No, Lou,
I hate
Lou,
that.
the
Don't
outfit.
ever say anything like that again.
You're fired.
Lou, it's the outfit, not the fact that she's short.
all right.
A Lolita, not a lolly.
Oh,
You-
True sight.
Can you can you can see the silhouette of an ancient dragon or ancient worm sort of wrapped around her, almost like ethereal around this dainty waif of a woman, clad in
Yes, I-
her tattered robes and her with her horse helm and her glazed eyes and her bare feet.
Interesting.
Does she give the impression that she's blind?
No, she has looked around, but she gives the impression that she's seeing in two places at once,
Gotcha.
as
okay.
if she's looking through you.
Yep.
And if anything is within the ethereal plane in this spot, Aruna would also see that. I doubt that's
It's just
pertinent, but
just her. Just you can tell this is definitely Junelong, the ancient green worm, but she's in a form of this dainty sort of woman.
right. And Aruna, that lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah, I know.
And then that has verbal, somatic, and material. So like I'm walking up, I'm putting like a
That's the wrong thing.
eyeliner on Aruna's eyes, and then like
I got emo
It's
goth girl
known that-
wingtip, baby.
yeah, basically. I've been watching some makeup videos. Like I resubscribed to Rick's mom, and so I just walk up and I give Aruna the treatment.
Amazing.
Cat's out of the bag makeup tutorials, man.
Oh Christ. Oh Christ.
Just direct.
13-year subscriber, baby.
So she is literally seeing us coming from a fucking mile away. That's great.
Actually, the reason I cast that was the beetle. Though. Aruna, notice anything about the beetle?
Nope, it is a plain beetle.
Damn. All right, I'll be honest. That was the last thing I expected.
It's a,
Really? I honestly expected it to be a real beetle.
That is a regular old beetle.
I was waiting for it to be just like a god.
It's a Beetleborg.
Great show.
All right. So, in and amongst this sort of slightly off-putting moment of not quite what you expected, I'm gonna get another beer and go pee.
All right. She would have seen Colin going to pee.
It's true.
See? Well, you know how we had, how Nick, we said we had some confidence we could get away from her?
No.
Mm-hmm.
The bitch can see, like, into the future or a different timeline or some shit. I don't think we could ever get away from her.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm still very of the opinion that this was the worst choice.
yeah, but
Just saying.
yeah, I just think this if matters are not already more complicated, they're vastly more complicated now.
Yep.
Oh no, this is definitely cooler though.
Yeah. So she can fucking Farsi or some shit.
I thought you were gonna say she can fucking fart.
I also thought that was where it was going.
Yeah.
She's a dragon.
Can you imagine?
Could you imagine the smell?
If
I
only.
can indeed imagine
Oh.
dragons.
Nothing really happened pre-Beetle other than the guy's mad at us for being more important than him to the dragon girl, and she's, being kind of airheaded and goofy.
Did we flex and say get used to it, buddy?
We should have. I was gonna say too low on the totem pole or above his pay grade, but I thought that was a bad idea given the situation.
And I don't know if we're meant to take this art piece literally, but usually with Colin that is the case. But this woman is not. She doesn't have the physical characteristics of Jin Ma, correct?
What do you mean?
Jin
Well,
Long.
like, what was that?
Jin Long is the dragon's name. Jin Ma is the country.
No, I know. She doesn't look like a local, correct?
I mean,
Because like with Tolan Yag and the other guy, we
like she's a dragon and can look however the hell she wants.
no, I know. I was pointing out that she's choosing not to look like a local.
So true sight. Am I seeing her true form?
You see the
Basically.
outline of her, yes.
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't like.
You see the
She's-
person behind the mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was making sure I wasn't seeing like she's possessing a person or something fucking wild like that.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Her feet gently glide
There's a
across.
lot of references to feet.
Like I said, she's barefoot. She looks like a hippie.
Okay.
They glide across the ground and she pauses for a moment and she turns her head towards you, Ito, and leans in sort of close and she goes, "You smell of cinnamon and spring."
After
She doesn't wait for you to say anything. She walks forward. Then she sort of pauses for a moment and she turns to you, Aruna, and she sniffs you, sort of almost is taken aback. She's sort of, her nose wrinkles and she says, "You stink of winter and of disappointment."
Fuck.
I grab my chest and I have a heart attack and die.
Aruna
Right,
can't catch a break with these ladies.
Roll to not cum your pants right now.
I did want to. You told Nick, I think, that she's not blind.
She's
Right.
not blind.
Okay.
Her eyes definitely focus on you.
I've unfortunately learned not to speak up to dragons unless absolutely necessary, so I'm not gonna say
Hey, you
anything.
finally put that one together?
Yeah,
Only took 4?
yeah. Well, I don't. She's weird. She's an exception. Alright, there's
Colin, what
somebody else. God damn it!
I asked this while you got up, but she doesn't look like the people we associate with this nation, correct? She looks like a
No,
foreigner.
she looks like a foreigner. But as she walks forward, she doesn't like sniff each of you or anything like that.
I'll respect.
She pauses at Aruna, she pauses at Ito. But she sort of walks forward, kind of, or at least she doesn't remark on everyone. She stops and she sniffs at Karaka. Ashes and expectations.
Cinnamon too.
Just start saying nouns at her.
Axe body spray.
And as she walks
Yeah.
past you, she approaches Gan Batar, who practically prostrates himself before her, as he says, "My lady." And she just sort of has such disdain on her face as she looks down at him. And she kneels low. And she says, "You don't smell any different from the dirt you prostrate yourself in."
Yikes.
As she turns and she looks at Adelaide and she sniffs her as she leans in close, and you see Adelaide sort of freezes in place.
When you say freezes, do you mean like fight or flight freezes?
Fight or
Or, like,
flight
she's-
freezes. She's not magical. She's not magically casting a spell. You stink of a boar's musk.
That's kind of hot.
Yikes.
I'm not sure if I should be offended or not.
You
We gotta
definitely
talk about
should
that.
Ganbatar sort of slowly rises to his feet, and he
What the
says,
fuck does that mean?
I welcome you, Jinlong, to Yurt Kalesh. It has been some years since you have visited, I believe nearly a century at this point, my lady. And it is most welcome that you arrive. As, she just completely ignores him. There's not going to be a marriage, Ganbatar. Get out. This one is taken.
Yeah, she is. By a boar, apparently.
I've
Does
seen
Adelaide also smell of ore now?
I've seen her dreams, and I've seen her heart. Go rut and bed yourself with the horses. And Ganbatar scrambles out of the tent, leaving you standing there with this strange woman.
As he's leaving, is he scrambling out of deference, or does he actually like look fearful?
I mean, yes, to both of those things.
Both.
Okay.
Yes.
He's gonna
I meant
fucking-
more like. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Looks like he'll get probably fucking Thanos snapped if he stays.
And there's a silence that falls over the tent, and you can see she doesn't merely stand there. Jinlong pauses for a moment, and then she begins to look around as if something has caught her vision. As you don't see what she's looking at, but she turns her head and begins walking as if she's following something. And she follows it around the perimeter of the tent in a sort of indirect, weaving fashion. And she sort of turns to look at Alec Cool, and she says, strands of fate, like spiders' webs. And she's just like looking up and down at you
Yes.
around her. Interesting.
Yes.
As far as you can tell, she's the only other person that's ever been able to see them.
Do you see Fate as well?
Fates, dreams, tapestries, and horizon. I see many things. I hear many more. I understand what I can. And she keeps seeming to get distracted, as she sort of every now and then will spin in place as if something has moved around her, before sort of refocusing on you.
When you say she seems distracted, do you mean like
I-
we're distracting her, or something else is distracting her from us?
No, as if something is distracting her constantly. As she'll every now and then turn as if she sees something. Every
Like
now and then
there's
she'll swat at her arm as if a bug has landed on it.
Like there's another person in the room, kind of deal.
Maybe, or something's in the room. And she sort of stands before you and says, I dreamed of you.
I believe I've technically dreamed of you as well.
Yes. I sense that we are both seers, walkers of fate.
For better or worse.
Worse.
It is rude of me not to introduce myself formally. I am Jinlong. Eldest of my brethren at this point.
I am Alec Cool. This is
My goons.
these are the people that I
These
travel
are the
with.
boys.
The boys.
We call ourselves Alakul and the boys now.
That's true. We are the arms of Alakul.
Oh shit, that's good.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'm really glad that Alakul makes it less of a sausage fest.
Well, now it took them long enough.
Holy shit.
Truly amazing.
Hmm.
She
Holy shit.
turns to Adelaide and sort of slowly walks up to her and sort of runs a hand underneath her chin as Adelaide sort of nods her head and says, Jinlong, I am Adelaide von Richten, Holy Emperor of Stalreich.
Am I next to her, Colin?
Yes.
And I say, I guess I'm the boar.
Damn.
Amazing.
She sort of smiles and she says, I see a crown of iron biting deeply into your skull. I can smell blood and frost. And boar musk. And she sort of finally turns and she says, yes, I have seen all of this all my life. Welcome to the Jinmar dynasty.
I feel like it's rude if we don't say thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, I'll
Wait,
bow.
wait. Do me too.
Do me.
She kept doing. She's looking at people and like telling them their fortunes or some shit. I want her to do me too.
My turn.
Alright, she cocks her head to the side and walks up to you and you smell like a horse caught beneath dragon's shadow.
Like a horse?
You smell
Horse
like
caught.
prey.
Wait, you said a horse though. Isn't that like sacred?
She
here?
said, she said you smell like a horse that's caught beneath dragon's shadow, as if a dragon is hunting a horse. Basically, you smell like prey.
I know, but like, but a horse is important here, right? So that's also significant, isn't
Sacred
it?
to the Jinma
Okay,
people.
it's sacred to
Yeah.
the people, not
But she's
necessarily
a
her.
foreigner.
Yeah, but I think there's still some significance to that. Is what I'm saying.
She's. Well, yeah, isn't the prophecy thing she's wrapped around the throat of a horse too? She probably doesn't give a shit about the horses or the people.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
green
there- I
serpent
think the-
wrapped around
The nation is
horse's
a
neck
means to
and
the end.
Yeah.
whispering in its ear.
I see. And you listen. As all do.
Okay.
Very sort of cryptic very ethereal, kind of hippie-ish. Probably shoves crystals up her butthole for healing.
Of course.
But
What do you have against hippies today?
you know how I feel about practical magic.
You know how he feels about festival sluts.
You know how I feel about festival sluts.
You wish you were a festival slut?
Shut up, Cody. You're
Yeah,
banned.
I knew it. That's a cope if I ever heard
It
one.
finally happened.
You should really watch The Wild Hunt. Just saying.
Shut the fuck up, Connor.
An unexpected turn of events, to be sure, as Jinlong is not, like, openly hostile to you. You wouldn't say she's openly friendly, but she sees to see beyond normal sight. So much so that she is almost consumed by it. Every sense she has, her sight, what she hears, what she smells, is based in foresight and prophecy. So much so that she knows that Adelaide is not going to get married to Ganbatar.
He just knows.
She just knows. She knows that's not what's supposed to happen. And while she's unsure exactly what is supposed to happen, she can also smell when it's not supposed to happen, and it just smells wrong. She instead looks to you with a strange interest and a strange curiosity.
Who is you?
All of you, the entire group. Each of you is I wouldn't call you an aberration, that almost puts it in a negative connotation, but you are aberrant to what she usually... Anomalous is what you... Anomalous is fair. An anomaly, to be sure, to what she typically encounters and expects. She tells you that she dreamed of you. She tells you that she walked in your dreams.
That was her in our dreams last night.
Definitely
take the order and
seems
she
like it's
wouldn't
the
let me.
case, and even asking her, she would be willing to admit it.
Colin, ask her if she did that on purpose, or if that just happened.
She says, if it happened, it was on purpose. Everything is destined to be.
Well, I'm asking if she meant to
Whether
do
I
it.
willed it or not, it was on purpose.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take that as a no. She did not mean to do that.
That's what you're gonna take that as?
Why wouldn't you let me take your order?
She says, it was not my place to make an order. Merely be at the bar.
You ran away though.
Because that's not part of what
Fucking
was supposed to happen.
Venta clocked in and was ready to work.
I was only meant to see, not to taste, not to drink.
Venta wipes away a single tear. He says, my dad's ale's good.
Okay, Jinlong, what do you want with us then?
She just kind of smiles and she says, I want nothing with you. You want things with me.
Well, are you with us or against us?
That's not typically how fate works. Finley.
That's not what I'm asking her. I'm asking her personally.
Well, I don't think she
She-
chooses.
not for me.
Yeah.
It's not something that
Oh.
I decide. The
Mm.
portents tell me where I go. The tides of dreams and of destiny.
What is destiny? What does destiny side say you're on?
She looks at you and she says, Destiny tells me that I am killed by a great boar's tusks.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing we have a minor boar, it's not a great boar.
Hey,
It's true. That's not true. I'm an adult.
Sorry, I meant lesser.
That's fair.
Destiny tells me that a great beast bathes in my blood.
Well, if that's me, I'm sorry in advance.
Damn.
Very
Ito
Hey,
looks
if I
at
kill you in
Headley.
the future, that's my bad, man.
Ito looks at Headley and just kind of nods, going, "Okay."
She sort of says, she sort of cocks her head to the side and says, I wouldn't be.
Strangely
If
polite.
that is the fate that awaits me, then that is what awaits me.
Can I get an insight check to see if she genuinely buys into the bullshit of Henley being the cause of her death? Specifically Henley?
You can.
I just saying, from battles in this campaign, I don't think that that's bullshit necessarily.
No, I know, but
I-
Ito wouldn't believe that.
Jesus Christ. I use my divination to get the visions on the tapestries on my wing. And I try and ask specifically about Jinlong's death.
I got an 8.
You've got fucking no clue. Let's be real.
Hell yeah.
And Nate's certainly not doing shit.
What about Nick's wings?
It seems like Gene Long's telling the truth, as far as you can tell. And now, as for the wings, give me specific. Still give me specific questions. While it's not as simple as a yes or no, I still need like the specific question.
I want to know who kills Jinlong. It's still just one question, right? Or is it two?
It should be you can ask a single question oh wait. Wow, which spell did I say it is?
I don't remember.
That was just divination.
I can't remember. I just gave you plain divination if it was more than that.
I think allowing you to cast commune once per day.
Commune, yeah, okay. Because you had divination already from the mantis claw.
Yeah, I used the commune.
Commune, yeah, that's a slightly higher level spell. You can ask 3 questions that can be answered as yes or no, but like I said, it's slightly better than yes or no.
So
For you.
I ask who slays Jinlong and how they slay Jinlong first.
The first one, you actually, there is, on your wings, there appears to be for who slays Jinlong. It's actually what appears to be a man that is sitting astride a horse that is as black as night.
Is that... I ask Jinlong, does that mean anything to you?
That's why we're going one at a time. In this case, it actually sends you it turns the wings into a beautiful sort of starscape.
Okay. So, I know. Okay. Well, good news, Henley. I don't believe it's you.
That's nice.
Maybe I'm the horse.
No, I do, however, believe that it is your hunter, if you will.
Cooler?
Well,
Yes.
hold on. Is this being spoken out loud?
Yes.
Isn't the whole deal that if
The-
Henley isn't the idea that he becomes the hunter?
I mean, I don't think you know that in character.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you
the
told us that.
whole deal currently is that Henley is actually
true.
becoming the ultimate prey.
Yeah, he's
technically.
becoming the ultimate prey for a big climactic battle in the end, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
Well,
I
I'm pretty
think,
sure Henley's told us that.
no, what she probably sees is that he's the dragon and I'm the horse. I don't think she's the dragon. I think it's metaphorical.
It could be more metaphorical. Like I said, it could be that Henley's the weapon by which he kills her.
Yeah, but this is through. It is her death is through Uller, by one means or another. And as for how does she die?
She said a great boar's tusk.
You see what appears to be a black boar with its tusks buried through green hide.
Interesting.
So what you're telling me is I become Alien X from Ben 10.
All right, Max, what was the name of your Ben 10 character from the Ravenloft game?
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember it either.
I think his initials were BT though, because I do that kind of shit. I think it's funny.
I mean, I've still got the Google, I've still got the Google Doc with all your alien transformations. So
For the,
Yeah.
For the third question, Colin, I'm gonna ask. Can it be prevented?
Ooh.
The wings come up blank. A blank canvas.
Do we know that that means no?
You don't know if that means no, or you don't. You can.
Could mean the
If
future
you
is
want
unwritten.
to, you can roll Alec Cool. You can roll a religion check for this one.
Nope.
You don't know if that means that the future is set in stone, or if that the future is a blank canvas that can be rewritten. In this case.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Unfortunately, that is the drawback of what your bonus is there's some ambiguity whenever you use it.
I mean, that is totally fine.
You can try to do it again. There's no limit on how many times you can cast it, technically, but every time you do cast it, you do incur the possibility that you do lose it, because it does suffer the increasing chance that you just lose the ability to cast it if you cast it over and over again every day.
Oh,
She just suddenly starts going, man, this dude won't stop fucking calling me.
No, I'm not going to do that right now. That's good enough. Well, then.
You know what's fucked up? After I've had like 4 or 5 beers and we're playing, I'm like, man, this campaign's pretty fucking good.
It's almost like we keep telling you that.
Yeah, we do.
The truth revealed.
All right.
You mentioned that. I'm sorry, Nick. Was your vision done?
That should be it. That's his questions.
That's all I had. Yeah, I'm not gonna do another one. That's
Yeah, you do risk losing it if you do it more.
You mentioned that she summoned the little beetle, but that she was also reacting.
She didn't summon the little beetle.
Insects.
She didn't summon it. She just picked it up.
She just had it. Yeah.
It could have been just a beetle that she picked up and talked to.
But you mentioned that she was reacting to like insects and stuff that we couldn't see. Right?
It's not. You don't know that it's
Or she-
insects. She's
flying.
You don't know if it was insects. But she was seeing things that you couldn't see. That being said,
I
Alec Cool could see portions of it. She was reacting to threads of fate, like because it looked like she was looking at spider webs. She talked about how there's spider webs and things, and Alec Cool's like, that sounds like the
She's
threads of
dodging-
fate.
She's basically just dodging the threads of fate around.
So she can see these things too. She is really, and Alec Cool probably understands at this point. She's kind of, she's not the same as her. She's not the same as Alec Cool. Alec Cool is different, and Jean Long is different. But she's able to see she is a creature that sees destiny and fate and prophecy as well. But she also seems to see it differently. It's almost like she's been. If you want, I'll even let Alec. Cool, give me an insight check.
Not the insight check.
She's a lot like you in seeing seeing prophecy and fate and destiny and dreams. But the thing is, she's probably been seeing it for, at this point, thousands of years. And that sort of thing, it's not like it doesn't seem like it's driven her completely insane, but it's the type of thing that could wear on your psyche to see it for thousands of years. And so you get the feeling it has worn on her psyche. Everything that she's seen, every thread that she's seen has it's not that it's driven to her insanity, but it has definitely driven her a little bit loopy, as you have seen. And you don't get the feeling that she is evil. You get the feeling that she is resigned.
So
I'm really glad you got to meet Jean Long, because I thought she was a pretty cool character.
what is your role to play in all of this, then, Jean Long?
To die.
My role
I
is
mean,
is
before
to
your death.
my role is to be slain, but to be slain at the correct time and in the correct place.
Well,
That place is not here.
is it in the capital?
I die amongst halls of gold.
I believe Tolan Yag mentioned that their keep was like that in the capital of the Jinma.
Yeah.
About what now?
That the keep in the capital in Jinma, the walls are gold.
It's very,
Opulent.
very, yeah, opulent's the best word for it. Very
So-
extravagant.
Well, I mean, if she's speaking in a literal sense, that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Are you gonna keep talking to her, or could I interject slightly?
Go, by all means.
Can I raise my hand and see if she'll pay attention to me?
Of course, she does. Obviously, she's not ungracious.
That's fair. Do you see us winning? And I assume she'll know what I'm talking about because, yeah, she's all in the foresight.
Maybe it's like the ancient one. She can't see
She-
past her own death.
I mean, Max nailed it. She looks up and she says, "I don't see past where my threads end." Good job, Max. You get a point of inspiration. That's exactly what she sees.
Do I hear that exchange?
I mean, yeah, she says it out loud, probably, if it's said out loud.
Dude, I would ask, if you cannot see beyond your own threads, do you see which of ours continue beyond yours?
I don't think she sees any threads but like her own, really.
No, because I was able to see Alakul's threads when I visited the dream place with him in his past self.
She sort of shakes her head and she says, "I see only the end of my thread. And yours, whether they go on past it or they end with mine, I can't be sure."
Okay.
She can see your threads, but it's almost like a hard cutoff, where she's not sure if you die with her or you go past her. She doesn't know.
Has there ever
The
been
threat-
a point?
She says
Oh, go
the
ahead.
threads, they do draw close. And there's a relief to her voice when she says that.
Yeah, Christ almighty.
How many years have you been alive, Jinglong?
She sort of sighs and she says, "My foremother was she with many heads.
Does she have to be?
Well,
Says Connor, the player, because Ito doesn't know what that means.
I feel as if I've been
Okay.
stretched thin, like rope ready to snap.
like butter spread over two.
Like
Spread over
spread-
Yeah, I
yeah.
figured.
I
Did
am
we?
Yeah, you know,
ancient
Colin
by
thought about
even
that.
I am ancient by even ancient standards.
Can she see? Did we ask if she can see back in time also?
I mean, she
Well,
sees
probably.
all threads. She sees all tapestries, and it's not even
Oh,
tapestry.
fuck.
That's not even right to say tapestries because she doesn't even see the mantis queen. She sees all of time.
Okay. One.
And
That's
not only that,
extremely
she also
handy.
lived through it technically. Like I said, this is stuff you could look up in the Encyclopedia Draconica. You know that
Mhm.
Hasfidel the Scourge, whenever he died, from him sprung forth both Tiamat and Bahamut. Bahamut sprung forth with a lot of his good, all the parts that he was trying to deny, and Tiamat sprung forth with all his like greed and things like that. All the sort of sins, because the whole point of whenever Hasfidel died, his virtues were really kind of poured into Bahamut, and his vices were poured into Tiamat when he died.
Okay.
Okay.
So
inside of you is two dragons. One has multiple heads, the other one's bisexual.
amazing. Well,
I thought it was one is gay, the other is gay, you're gay.
well, the other question is, have you ever seen fate change?
I feel like fate changes all the time.
Now I want to say, has she ever seen? In other words, have you seen an outcome that hasn't come to pass?
She sort of says, the tapestry, the threads, lines, they are ever morphing, they are ever changing,
Okay.
and I see
figured
them
that
as they change. And I see those changes into the future, and yet those changes can change. Every intersection, every junction that leads to left and right may bend to be straight, may bend to be backwards. And yet I see every possibility at every time. I see a world in which I stand supreme over a united land. I see a world in which I die as a wormling. All laid bare before my eyes. It is torturous. And and yet it is ecstasy. Alright, raise your hand. Who was expecting this out of Jinglong?
no.
This has been planned for, at this point, multiple years.
I'll scoot close to Ala Cool here if I can, because she's not really, like, fucking holding us hostage or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you... Okay. She clearly sees dying as a solution to the torture she's lived through. Do you think she would accept help for the possibility of averting the fate? If she helps us?
I don't think she wants to avert it.
Well, what I'm saying is, avert it and potentially stop her from seeing the future of the past. I don't know if that's even possible.
I don't know if I can.
Can you cut her threads and maybe it'll cut her off from it?
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
Is that even a thing I can see on her?
You see threads of fate, but she's not connected like that. Not threads that can be severed. She is indeed part of the tapestry like everyone is, but the threads that you can sever are specifically threads that have been kind of attached to people to manipulate them. She's not being manipulated. Her fate's not being manipulated. She is just in and amongst fate like everybody else is. But her fate's not being manipulated.
She's just aware.
She is just aware of what those threads are, of the tapestry around her. In the case of Alakul, he views it as a tapestry, but amongst other gods of fate, they look like different things. But she sees all, like, fate arrayed before her, a lot like Alakul does with the tapestry.
What I'm getting at specifically is the mere offer of us possibly help her with what I would consider an ailment might change the path forward, and she might be able to see that as a possibility and help us along. You know what I mean?
I think she wants to help us anyways. I think she's here because she knows that she has to help us get there.
But also, if we were to fix her ailment and prevent a fate where she perishes, we'd have someone that's really powerful on our side.
It is true. We have helped No, we didn't help the Onyx one. We've helped most of the dragons so far.
So yeah, it's just if she can see possible futures, if there is a chance of us being able to achieve that, she's gonna see it. You know,
I don't think she. From the way it sounds, it doesn't. It seems like every road leads to her death.
Well,
is that true, Jinlong?
If every road does lead, then she'd be able to see past it, or she would not be able to be. If
That's
any
what I'm
road
saying.
did lead, she'd be able to see past it.
Yeah,
so
but
no.
she can't. So it seems like they all lead to her death.
also, is it a
Alec, cool.
guarantee-
Give me a
Okay.
religion check.
Boy, you keep asking me to make a roll, and I'm not fucking proficient.
This is a roll, like I said. You're not proficient in it, but this is heavily religion based. This is heavily fate based. I'll even give you advantage on it because it's so fate based.
Wow, 18.
That's pretty good.
But
yeah, considering I have a +0, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fate is a fickle thing.
Boys.
Jinlong has made it clear what she has seen is she's seen that the pathway forward is her being destroyed, her existence as she knows it being destroyed amongst blades of bone or tusk. That itself is kind of, as all fate is, open to interpretation in a certain way. Because at the end of the day, what is the destruction of herself as she knows it? Is it her dying? Is her changing? Is it her
living
a new life? You don't know exactly.
Yeah. So
Before you
And
went
while
off
it does
on that,
while it does involve blood, does that mean killing? Does that just
Yeah.
mean blood? Does that mean
I was saying
something
before you
more?
had him do the roll call, and I was gonna say, is it also possible that she loses foresight?
It could
Like at
be.
that point.
The blades going through blood. That could even the blades going through blood could mean a lot of things. That could be, whether that be familial ties of blood, or things like that. Fate is so fickle and prophecy is so fickle. In fact, that's the entire point of this campaign is the how fickle prophecy can be.
Well, regardless of
She seems
what
to think
ends
that
up-
she is supposed to die.
regardless of what we think is to transpire and what everyone else wants to do, honestly, I'm tired of seeing people die, and I will look at her and I'll just say, I will do everything I can to make sure that you live on after this entire struggle is over, and maybe find a solution to your ailment.
And she
Whether that changes anything, I don't know.
She places both hands underneath your chin and smiles, and she says, "My precious one, that's not one that you get to decide upon."
We'll see about that.
Well, I'd tell her that if this is preordained by Oler, I'm tired of him deciding what I do and don't do.
It's not preordained by Oler, it's preordained by fate. Oler just happens to be a part of it.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I
that's a
know.
fair
Yeah,
assessment. Yep.
That's still him deciding what I do, and I don't like that.
Are you sure about that? She turns and says, "Oler said you're a little baby back bitch."
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm not shocked.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna
Oler
try to help
Oler
her.
said if you could become in control of the Great Hunt, they're gonna call it the Great Cunt. What are you gonna do about that?
Okay, I ask her, Jinlong, how come here they worship the horse and not Oler? What's the connection there?
She sort of looks at you, because here they worship the horse instead of the rider. Where you're
know, but
from,
I'm
they
saying,
worship
like-
the rider instead of the horse.
Are they the same god, or are they different gods?
Every god is the same god, and every god is a different god.
It doesn't answer my question, but thank you.
It sure doesn't.
Amazing. Anyway, I think we should leap back to the what are you helping us with, or what are you doing with us in your current path?
Gonpatar, that fool, sent the Emperor a message to bless this marriage. I came to tell him that is not the case. He is not to be married. He dies alone and unhappy, as his ilk are meant to be.
Jesus.
That's kind of mean.
He fucks horses. That's so fuck him.
Does he?
Yeah.
No,
I was about to say.
but
Never mind. If he's a horse rapist, then yeah, sure, fuck him.
that is not his place to stand next to the Emperor, the Holy Emperor. Nor is it the place for the Jinma dynasty to conquer Stalreich.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well, that's a matter of perspective.
So what is next then?
I see lines of horsemen crashing into walls of ice.
I think they help us.
Would you be able to convince the Emperor to help?
Oh, hang on. We're dealing with a seer here. In order to make that come to pass, should we meet with your emperor now?
Why do you think I made such haste to be here?
Yeah, I had a feeling.
She sort of shakes her head and she says, I see
A lot of that going around.
nothing beyond that.
Okay.
Those
I'll
are
say
mere
something.
hopes and dreams. The thing is, you don't know what a line of horses running into ice means. It could be the Hussars. So, a lot of possibilities.
Also, someone should ask her to have our friends released before we leave.
Oh no, I ate them already, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, no.
shit! It was their fate to be eaten.
Reed's fate was for me to eat his sister before he finally realized and got to talk to her that it was his sister.
Oh no.
Well, still, Jinlong, what do you need from us at this point, other than like to help you fulfill your destiny and ours?
You will join me amongst the grandest of cities, amongst halls of gold and jade, where the sun rises and sets in the east.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a
Okay.
lot to you, but it seems to
doesn't.
mean a lot to her. In time. I will see your people freed.
Thank you.
They do
thank
not
you, Jinlong.
die here.
Well, that's a little worrying of a statement, though.
I mean, we don't die here either.
I know, but she didn't put it that way for us. All right.
They die there. She points to a nearby spot, drags him out.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm
see,
freeing
there
them
it is.
from this mortal coil.
Look, the threads of fate, they're real weird. But no. This is not the place that they die. This is not the place where you die. This is not the place where you get married. Adelaide gets married. It seems that at the end of the day, you have found an unexpected and unusual ally within the Jinmai dynasty. While she is you wouldn't say she is a friend of yours. She, much like Alec Cool, she seems to have a strange connection to dreams and destiny and fate. And fate is telling her that, well, this isn't where you die. And so,
Well, that's good.
like I said, she'll see you released, your people released. You will see that the airship suffers no consequences as it travels.
Does she want to come with us?
I mean, I guess everything went better than expected.
I don't know about better.
Also, she's not coming with us. We're going with her.
I meant like she went around on the airship.
She is a dragon.
Yeah, she's
Hey,
also really
Might
well,
be lazy.
maybe she
Might
wants
wanna
to
ride.
ride.
Maybe
It's courteous to offer.
maybe we can let her live a little bit before she goes to an inevitable fate.
You have one NPC slot on the airship ever since
Perfect.
M left.
We're putting her on there.
Yeah, now her and I can get acquainted and become friends before I have to kill her and she dies in my arms as I cry.
It can be the dragon Jinlong if you want it to be.
Listen, if anybody fucks with us, the whole
That's
might of the
fucking cool.
fucking emperor pouring down their assholes.
Jinlong gives you access to a once per, basically, session / combat breath attack. That Jinlong will appear and just send out like basically a line of damage.
Okay.
It's
So
like a
not
Kingdom
each,
Hearts
not
summon.
each, just for the party
Dude.
once.
Yeah.
I'll even tell you, Jinlong as a, go ahead and, it's a 300-foot cone that deals 12d12 poison damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
She is a Kingdom Hearts summon.
Well, I, for one, vote she comes because I said I was going to try to help her with her foresight thing. So
Oh,
between me and Alakul, we could
We're gonna help
maybe-
her come, all right.
Yes. I would like to study the bullshit.
I wish to study the bullshit.
Yes.
An
We're
ancient,
about to permanently unlock this companion.
an ancient green great worm that feels like she has been bound by fate. Yes, perhaps you can help her, but perhaps you can't.
I'm good fucking
Conley,
try.
can I keep my point of inspiration for guessing why she can't see beyond her own thread till next week?
I'll allow this
'Cause I
one
got
time.
it at 7:30. I
I'll
got
allow-
it at 7:30.
I'll allow this one time.
Thank you.
Nobody ever uses their fucking points of inspiration anyways.
I
We always
used it and
forget.
still failed.
I'm gonna put a.
We
sticky
do
on my
always
wall.
forget.
I'm put
You
a
were gonna
sticky
give
on
it
my
last
wall.
session, but you didn't.
Grab a sticky note.
He's just gonna go ahead, put it right up on his shelf, just let it sit there for a while.
I'll have it there. That way I can remember to use it next week.
Before we leave, I would like to speak to Jinlong by myself. With Venta, actually.
Good luck.
Venta.
Oh, neat.
God, Ito treating Venta
oh.
like a person.
Like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to see.
I'm like, God damn it, I gotta go a little longer.
Sorry. No, like we don't have to. I know it's late.
No,
Do it.
I was
Quit
trying.
being a pussy.
I was trying to see what a 300-foot cone is. I
Big.
said it's on the.
It's on the big ass.
I've got the 300-foot cone on the Skyweaver's fucking map.
You want to see a 300
It's
foot
the
cone?
It's the whole
Unzip
damn
it.
ship.
Is the 300-foot cone the
It's two of the
Rockwood
ship.
Cloaca?
It's two of the ship. Yeah, it's huge.
It's two whole ships.
That's not good.
That being said, that doesn't differentiate like friend from foe. So
And you said this is poison gas. So
it is
linger?
poison damage. It's just a 12d12
It's just
poison
a 12
damage.
Whew. I was hoping she shot like a cone of fate, some fucked up how.
I mean, she's a green great worm, so she's got sort of
See.
a similar stat block.
Yeah, she's a great green worm with little feet.
Actually, hold.
Little
I'm
human
gonna-
feet.
I'm gonna ask for Alakul to join Venta.
Okay. Is this like a private room thing, or can we just do this real fast?
Oh, we can do it here. I don't care. I just
Alright.
it's just gonna be the three of us.
Are we gonna be done after this also?
Pretty much. I mean, we're at 3 hours, so
Okay.
I do
I'll
kinda
stick
wanna
around
do
for as
this.
long as I can.
I try to keep it 3
Leave if I need
hours,
to.
and then
Yeah.
after 3 hours, I'm
First
like,
Yeah.
Take your time.
if I do less than 3 hours, like that's not long enough. But if I hit 3 hours, I'm like, that's probably enough.
As a person who has to cook dinner for his kid, I appreciate that.
Make your child cook. She's old
She's-
enough. She can cook.
Let her
She's been
cook.
cooking since she was 6, Cody.
Hey,
Have your scene.
She's actually you say that.
Fox's
Sandra,
favorite thing to hold on to
Look.
and use when he's in his little baby walker thing.
Sandra
the
knows
great-
to hold the grenade for 2 seconds and then throw it.
Sandra has actually made dinner on D&D night twice.
So
in
the thing
last month or so.
that we're doing
Yep,
before we stop.
you're talking. Yep.
So I would ask Jean Long and Ala Cool as well about the fate of Ito's offspring, the child who is not yet named. And if they can see that line, or if it is stopped as well at their cutoff.
Ye olde ultrasound.
So Connor, I'm gonna be real with you. Well, okay, Ito, I should not use my commune again today, but I will do it in the morning for you.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was okay. I'm sorry.
If
I
I
thought that
do
was
it too
separate.
much, I can lose it. But if too long,
I see. Then I will ask Jean Long.
But I will do it myself.
And Colin, you don't have to answer this question today.
I mean, I can already tell you. She's kind of unable to answer it.
Okay.
She sees your line. Your line seems to be getting more and more prosperous, but she can't see past her own cutoff line that well.
Got it. Okay.
She can make an attempt to. In fact, I'll have her roll to attempt to.
Hold on before you do that. Based on that description, because again, I've gone to the dreamscape with Alakul. I have, even though I'm not very smart, I have a vague understanding of how this works. Would that imply that Ito's child that line would begin after hers ends?
Probably.
Okay.
Like I said, she sees your line getting stronger after, even though she can't see it splitting apart in like the different children, because her line cuts. She does see yours growing brighter.
Okay. Okay. Cool. No, that's good enough for me. Ito will take that as a prosperous note.
I mean, yeah. But perhaps worriedly, she scans your lines, and she says that there is another line that seems to begin withering in despair.
Another line like parallel.
Another line connected to yours.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah.
No, Ito's stupid. He would ask the questions like, is there any way to know whose line that may be?
She cannot see that.
I assume that.
She doesn't really know you that well, unfortunately. So she couldn't discern whose line it is, but there is a line that is connected to yours that withers with despair.
Okay. So
that's something to think about. But we'll end it right here. That's a solid, like I said, that's a solid 3 hours. So you hit my 3-hour mark, and we'll pick it up next week with you deciding what to do next. Like I said, Jean Long has been certainly unexpected. There's not been a conflict with her. Much like the Bishop Usul, she's not necessarily good, but she has her own motivations, whereas the Bishop Usul was motivated by sort of greed and ambition. She is motivated by resignation, fate. Each of, like I said, having sprung forth from Hasfadel, all the dragons got little pieces of personality that were within him. The platinum, the chromatic dragons got a lot of the good pieces, but with the good comes the bad. All the chromatic dragons got like the bad pieces of him, but with the bad pieces come little bits of good, essentially, because there's no such thing as a pure evil villain, really. And next week we'll pick it up there with you deciding what exactly goes on next? It's a long journey to Shendo. It can be kind of waved over because you do have passage, or while the airship is traveling, you can continue your endeavors going into the Feywild to maybe deal with Aruna's bullshit.
Ooh, that's true.
That'll be up to you to decide what you want to do, but we'll figure it out next week.